Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. I hope that I'm visible and I'm audible. Uh, Hi, how are you guys doing? Yes, I today found out that the large meeting size is 1,000 max. I used to think that it's 2,000 and 5,000, but that is for the webinar version. And I did not want to do a webinar because then I can't see people, and that upsets me. I see so many of you here today that I have already met online, or I already know from my academy, or maybe you've attended some other masterclass of mine. Yes, I have paid for the premium, but it's 1,000 people, which means that if you are beyond 1,000, you will not be in this room. But a YouTube link has been shared, so you can stream from there as well. But we have hit capacity in this room. Hello, everyone. Is my voice audible? Am I visible? You can see so many of you. Hi. Hi, lovely, beautiful people. How are you all doing? How many of you here are academy students of mine or masterclass students already? Please say hi first. Okay. Hi from your classes, from your academy, from your, like, let me know if you're already an academy student or already you have attended some classes of mine. Okay, hi, hi. Okay, why are you joining here today? You have so much better materials within. Okay, दूसरों के seats खा गए आप लोग. But okay, very welcome. If you want to learn or revise more things, I'm very happy for you to attend again. So many of you that I already know, Tanvi, especially, I may not recognize you someday, but I'll always recognize your bookshelf. Shubhankar is also sitting with the bookshelf. All the guys and girls with the bookshelves in the background, shout out to you. You make me feel like I am home. So very, very happy. Happy to see you here today, Brian. Very nice. I am so excited to actually take you through today's class because this is one annual class that I take once a year. Every year that I take this class, the day after, LinkedIn, Instagram, it's just filled with tags. So please take good photos of me. Okay. Before we get started, let's get away. Let's get the photo session done. Okay. Please take the photos and stuff now, because for those of you who will click bad photos, I'll block you. Okay, I'll also take a photo. Okay, 1,000 people inside a single session. That's quite a feat. Okay. And you guys can keep your camera on just for now in case you want to be in the video or the picture. Okay. Over 1,000 people in the room. The rest are on YouTube. Sorry for those who are on YouTube, but excited to have so many of them here on a weekend learning about freelancing and high income for 2024. We have hit capacity, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. All right, I'm done as well. And now let's get it out of the way. Absolutely, you can do a LinkedIn post. You can tag me on Instagram, but my team will be checking it out as of now. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. It's already 7. If you have a notebook near you, amazing. Please keep it near you. If you don't have a notebook near you, please get one. If you want some chai or coffee, you can do that as well, because it'll take some time. And also today I'm going to talk a little advanced for freelancing. So before we get started, I am assuming that all of you know what skill you want to go for. If not, please think about some skill that you will go for, at least for the session today. Even if you're not very sure about it, you can think about copywriting, you can think about marketing, you can think about video editing, website designing, anything that you want. Okay, anything that you want. But keep that in mind, because when I'm giving you examples, when I'm telling you that approach this client or that client, you'll not be able to relate if you don't have a skill in mind. Okay, everyone has a skill in mind. Can you show me a thumbs up, the ones with the videos on? Okay, one skill in mind. Okay, great, awesome. One skill in mind. Okay, it's not necessary, but since I'll give you so many examples, if you don't have something at least in mind, it's going to become a problem. Okay, a lot of these guys here are also my academy students. So the academy students, special instructions for you. If you see beginners here, please help them out, because you of course know better than them. So please answer their queries even if I'm not able to check it out. Okay, right. Without any further ado, let's get started. I have a bunch of slides to take you through. So interesting. Please feel free to take screenshots, take ample screenshots, because no recording will be provided unless you request for it. And you have to have a good reason for that. Okay. So this session today, okay, I need to disable annotations. Every time I forget this. How do I forget it every day? Yeah, done. becoming a high income freelancer in 2024, even if you want to work part-time and if you don't think that you have any skills yet, even then, these lessons, these takeaways will help you become more well-rounded as a business person. It will help you become more well-rounded as someone who serves their skills to the online audience. I specifically freelance online. I do not work in person or offline. So this is my expertise, right? Why should you even listen to me? Now, I don't want to go too deep into my story. If you're here today, I don't run any ads. So you've probably found me organically. You already know somewhat of my story. But 3 things that you should definitely know about me is that I'm a freelancer since 8 years now. A lot of times people mistake my present success for a quick success, but it's definitely not. I've been freelancing for 8 years now. It's going to be my, in a couple of years, I'm going to be a decade-old freelancer. And I'm only 24 right now. I've worked with some really high caliber clients like Sharan Hegde, Finance with Sharan, Chase Demond in the global market. He's a terrific email marketer, very popular on LinkedIn and Twitter. I'm also currently working with time billionaire Abu, who's very popular on Instagram once again, and so many other personal brands, but these are just to name a few. And I have made over 1.5 crores in the last 3 years. This is only my freelance income. I get a lot of questions that, is this your freelance income? Is it combining your other resources? No, it's not. It's only my freelance income. But majority of it is in the last 2 years. So do note that your first year of freelancing, you cannot expect this kind of money. But I can assure you that I have so many takeaways to give you that will raise your income by at least 10 to 20 lakhs, if not more, if you take them all into account. Okay. Before we start, I have something more for you at the end, but that is something you should definitely stick around for. There's going to be a reviewer's report or basically a feedback form that will be sent to you so that I can analyze my work better through you guys. And these are the 3 things you will get if you fill that up. There's a 45-page case study, which is only available to my academy students. But if you fill this up, you will get that. It has all the details on how I entered finance industry as a freelancer, because that is where I made the most money. It's a detailed 45-page case study. The next thing is the 2024 goal planner. This is a planner that I make every year. And while this is not at any cost, it will be available to the public only next year, but you can get it immediately and plan ahead for next year. I'm even planning a goal setting session specifically for those who grab this. So if you want to be a part of that, again, that will be totally free, no cost at all. So please do get that. And lastly, there's the beginner's guide to freelance workbook, because a lot of you might be beginners here, and this workbook is going to definitely help you a lot. This is something that was available again a couple of years back, so you might have gotten it. Oh, nobody had started recording yet. Okay. Anyway, we are not going to give recordings. It's fine. All right. So the last thing is the beginner's guide to freelance workbook. All these 3 things will be available to you if you fill up the simple feedback form after today's session. So please watch me with a critical eye. I love feedback and it will help me a lot. Shout out to all my freelance one-on-one students and all my masterclass attendees the last year, because of them, I'm able to have much more endeavors where I'm able to bring to you some of the best freelance lessons and strategies at no cost. But you have to stay till the end to get all these bonuses, because there's going to be no recording. Now, okay. One of the things that you need to know is that I have made crores for clients. I have made crores for clients in revenue, and that's why I have a lot of confidence when I claim certain things. I have a lot of client results that speak for themselves, clients whose testimonials speak for themselves. So a lot of the things that I'll tell you will be from my experience and my experience working with the specific clients that I have worked with. This is a little bit of my client gallery, but there's so many more people. And yeah, I'm excited to showcase my results to you. I'm excited to showcase how things worked out for me. But this is how my first 5 years went. I only started making 20,000 in my first year of freelancing, and that grew from 20 to 2 to 7 to 15 to 30 lakhs even when I was only 21. And last year I have made over 75 lakhs as a freelancer. So this is the kind of growth I have had, but it's in 8 years, okay, not in a single year. But if you follow today's class, I am pretty sure that you will be able to get the kind of growth I have gotten within 6 months to a year with full focus, okay? So please do believe in yourself. I could never think that I'll be working with the kind of people I do. I never thought I'll have the kind of circle that I do today. But overall, it's been a beautiful journey, and I will happily do it all over again. Here are all the things that you will learn in today's class. How I went from 20,000 a year at 17 to 25 lakhs a year at 21 in 5 simple steps. I'll go in details in every possible nook and cranny of freelancing online. So please be ready for that. There are 5 high-paying industries I'll talk about with you guys. 5 high-paying skills that I will talk about. Things that you can offer clients. You will learn about how to build your portfolio. You will learn about how to approach certain clients in certain ways. And there's a lot more that I personally felt while I was going through making the presentations that you will find helpful. Beyond that, if I see any question that is very prominent in the comment section, I will definitely take that up and give you more scripts and more ideas and more samples around that. This is just a few of the things that the attendees last year wrote or told me after attending this session, this very free session. It happens every year end. So I hope that I'll get some really good feedback from you guys as well, because this is an absolutely free class. You will get everything that I have promised. So do stick till the end. Your freelance career should be looking like this, by the way. Your month 1 will probably be the lowest, but as you scale month 3, quarter 3, it just keeps increasing. So it's pretty normal. Even if you don't make a lot of money immediately in January, by March, your income should be very, very good. Okay. Now, a lot of times when I talk about the beginning of my journey, people say that, oh, but it sounds easy when you say it. But honestly, when my journey started, it was the same as yours, probably, where I sent so many messages to people and they would just say things like, oh, I don't expect this from you. Oh, I want you to do it for less. I want a refund because I expected you to do all my social media, but you're only doing Instagram. So of course, I often felt that I'm not good enough. And these are a few screenshots I want to show you of my beginning of my journey. I want to show you of how it was when I was getting started, because there was so many times that I was told that I'm not going to pay you. Hey, I don't want to work with you. There was such a long conversation, so many calls. If you see, there's like 15 back and forth. And even after so much efforts, the client just said that it didn't work out. It's not going to work out with you. So there's ample rejection that I have faced before getting here today. A lot of people think that it's very easy once you become popular. It is easier once you become popular, once you're a well-known name, but everyone has this struggle. And I want you to remember that if you don't go through that struggle, you cannot be sending invoices like this. These are my GST invoices where I've charged amounts in the tune of 6 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs for each client. And it's not just the money, it's also the amount of love clients give you when you are a good freelancer. These are some of the messages that I get nowadays, which is so different from the messages I used to get in the past. So today, my agenda in today's class is to give you every tool, hack, or strategy you need to get results and high-paying clients yourself. Okay? But one thing that you need to keep in mind before we get in is that you need to take this session very actively. Don't sit back and think, okay, this is Saheli's template, I'll also copy paste it. Don't sit back and think that Saheli went ahead with this certain industry, so I should also do it. No, it's not going to work that way. If you take a good session, it should actually open your eyes and not just show you my journey. Okay. So please actively engage in today's session and ask questions. Okay. Now, a lot of people ask me what industry I chose. I personally chose launch marketing as my industry. You don't have to take a decision on this right now, but I don't do proper marketing, like all types of marketing. I don't work with skincare brands. I don't work with educational, like GMAT brands, for example. Okay. That's not the kind of brands I work with for marketing. I do launch marketing very specifically. And this is a decision I was able to take based on 8 years of experience, based on all the things I'm going to tell you today. So please take your decision only once you know everything. Now, the reasons I chose this industry is 3 reasons. One, you can charge better rates for new launches, brands who are launching new products or new services, because they are beginning from scratch. Okay. So of course, they don't have anything ready. They anyway need to get it done. So they are more likely to pay you highly. Like investors bet on which startup will give them the best ROI. You can hone your business acumen by betting on which client and what strategies will make them the most money, which means that when you take larger bets, higher risks, higher rewards, right? So that's why I chose this industry. You don't have to choose this industry, but that's a little bit of background on me, because otherwise you'll not understand why I'm saying certain things that I am. Okay. A lot of times what happens is a lot of people think that since they are a freelancer or since they have a certain skill to offer, they feel they are entitled to high income, but they can't create high impact yet. So that is a big disconnect. In today's session, we'll talk about money gaps, how to approach clients using that, because that is, I feel, where most amount of money can be made, where you can make high impact for a client. Okay. So before we get there, your money mindset should be great. You remember that money is just a transfer of energy. If a client is paying you $1,000 for marketing their product, they are just assuming that the value that you are bringing to the table, the graphics you're designing, the posts you're writing are persuasive enough that they'll make them sales more than that $1,000 they're investing in you. So it's a direct reflection of your value and skill sets in the marketplace. Money is everywhere. So don't worry that there's so many people who are offering the same service, so no clients are going to come for me. Not at all. Clients have competitors. You will have competitors. That's pretty normal. There's no lack of money. There's so many people. Like, the biggest problem I see is that most of my friends are struggling to find the right freelancer. And I deal with freelancers every day and they are struggling to find the right clients. So there's no saturation just as yet. In fact, more people than ever want to hire, but are not finding the right person. Money is going to come to you once you do things that are in demand in the marketplace and you do them better than the others. If there are 1,000 people in here today's session, you need to be better than the other 9,999 people, because that's how you will be able to charge more than them. And it sounds very challenging, but honestly, when you keep trying to be the best, you can get there. Now, one strong tip: don't choose freelancing because of money. Okay. Don't choose freelancing because you think, okay, I'm going to make so much money if I'm a freelancer. That's true. But freelancing is the only niche or only place where you get paid based on your skills. If you're good, you'll get paid really well. If you're not good, you will not make any money at all. Okay. It's one of the hardest mirrors that world can show you. And that mirror is worth looking at. Okay. So many of my students have gotten some amazing results as a freelancer. By the way, you can connect with all these people. There's Kapil, there's Vanshita, there's Rishabh, and a lot of them have had extreme successes as well, but important successes as well, like getting their first laptop. And the biggest reason why is that they have started serving their skills. So whatever skill you thought of in the beginning of today's session, think about that. Okay. In freelancing, when you start serving that skill will automatically improve, right? Even if you just thought of the term today because I asked you to, when you do it every day, it will improve. 2, you will improve your network. By the way, today I'll give you 3 outreach templates, so you can use that for networking if you want. But as your network will grow, you will get more opportunities. The more people you will work with, they will also make more money. They will give you more opportunities. You will take multiple clients. So it's pretty normal that you'll make a lot of money as a freelancer. So please choose freelancing because it's one of the best ways to make money online in 2024. It's a service-based business. You need little to no money to start. It's very flexible. Even if you decide 2 months later that you chose writing, but now you want to be a marketer, it's easy to change because there's no capital investment involved. Okay, at least not a lot, not as much as a product-based business. It's much less risky. And the best part is that it's easy to work globally and get international clients. This is something I was discussing with my students the other day, that the wind of money has been a little lesser in India in the last 1 year, which is why even though I would have preferred working with international and Indian clients in 2022, in 2023, I was focusing more on international and NRI clients. And in 2024, I'll focus even more on that, because of the funding crunch, the startup community. There is money for sure, but it's definitely not as much as it was probably in 2021, 2022. Okay. So please focus more on global clients in 2024. Okay. This is the best advice I can give you for your freelance career. From day one, be very sure that you want to work with global clients. Okay. Let's talk about 4 components to choose a profitable skill. Okay. This is something that I speak about a lot because it's so important. But the first one is, whatever skill again you thought of, how high is the demand for that? if you have chosen video editing, there's such high demand for video editors right now. Okay, there is so high demand for good video editors who can tell good stories. So many people are starting their content brands because they think they can make money there. So the demand of video editing is rising. Okay. Can I say the same for copywriting? Yes. For the highest quality of copywriting, yes. But all lower levels of copywriting are going to be replaced by ChatGPT and AI because it is replaceable. Okay. AI is not doing a very bad job. Okay. So if you're the top of the industry, that's a very different thing. But average writers are going to be replaced. Average designers are going to be replaced. Okay. So demand, it should be very high for what you're doing. Two is expertise. Okay, how good you are at what you offer. Even if the demand is less, if you're really, really good at what you do, then you'll have no problem in getting a lot of clients. Okay. Here's one thing though, you will always be better than someone and worse than the others. If there are 300 people doing what you're doing, 150 might be better than you, 150 might be worse than you. Your goal is to be worse than only 20 people. Okay, you'll never be the best probably. That is pretty okay. Okay. Number three is replaceability. This is also very important. How easily can someone replace you? If you do the same video editing that every other video editor does, then you might become a victim to competitive pricing. Okay, someone competitor might come that, oh, he's charging 20,000. I'm just going to charge 15,000 and do the same work. And you will be replaced immediately if it's the same kind of editing. Okay. If there's nothing unique about your work, you are going to be replaced very well. Your pricing, your skills, your speed are a few things that you can make irreplaceable if you want. And lastly, valuable. How valuable is the service that you offer? How valuable is the transformation that you offer? How much is the market willing to pay for this value? Okay, because there's something called subjective value, the concept of subjective value that I talk a lot about, which is you can offer the same service. Okay, let's say you are a LinkedIn social media manager, you're a LinkedIn manager, okay, or you're a LinkedIn ghostwriter. The value of your service for someone who gets clients via LinkedIn is going to be much higher than a CEO who's only doing LinkedIn for show. Okay. Simply because it doesn't matter to them. But someone who gets clients through LinkedIn, of course, they're going to pay you much more and they're going to value your service much more. Even if you write the literal same article, even if you do the literal same work, the subjective value changes. So give your value to people who will actually value what you're doing. Okay. There's a lot of our students who focus on this factor, and that's why they are able to get better clients. Now, what are some high paying industries? Now, in my experience, there's three industries where there's a lot of money: health, wealth, relationships. Why? Because these are three factors of life where there's always some problem or the other. Okay, kuch na kuch problems to chalta hi rehta hai, and then the market looks for solutions. The sub market looks for solutions. Okay, if I talk about health, there's so many sub-markets in health: women's health, men's health, health for teenagers, health for working women, health for men in their 40s. Okay, these are sub-markets. Wealth is making money online, investing your money correctly, how to grow in your career. These are wealth-based niches. And then there's relationships as well, which is a very big market in the US. This is not an industry I personally like, but then this talks about dating and improving the spark in your marital life and how to make friends, make relationships. So these are three highly profitable markets because these are the three core essentials of life. Okay, so that's why there's a lot of problems here. So what you now do is, with your skill in mind, think of any niche. Okay, think of any market. Okay, it can be health, it can be wealth, it can be relationships. I've personally worked in both health and wealth. I'm currently also working in both health and wealth. Health for women primarily. Okay, I've not worked with a lot of male dominated industries. In wealth, I've worked with men, of course. So yeah, these are my two industries. So I want you to think of your two industries right now. Okay, I want to see in the chat quickly. What industry have you chosen? Health, wealth, relationships. Can I see in the chat? What have you chosen? Mental health. Yeah, health ke under health, physical health, mental health, dono aa jata hai. A few of my students, you can connect with them. There's Piyush, there's Nairuti. Both of them are quite active in the mental health space. They want to work with mental health professionals only. Lots of you are choosing health, fat loss, dentist. Right. There's a big reason why health and wealth are great industries to tap into in late 2023 or early 2024. Can anyone tell me why? Who's the smart person who gets the chocolate? Why is now the best time? Can anyone tell in the chat? Not recession, Pile, not recession. Yeah, who is this? Ashima. Ashima, very, very good. Yes, because it's New Year resolution time. So, what are the areas where we make the most amount of resolutions? Health and wealth, how much money I want to make, how much weight I want to lose. These are the most common goals that people set during New Year. Very few people would be like, okay, I want to go on 50 dates in 2024. And if that's you, that's great for you. But yeah, hopefully, most people will set goals in this area, which means any businesses in health and wealth, if they hire you, they can make more money in 2024. Yes. So that means that there's more opportunity for you to make more money in late 2023, in early 2024, because people are much more motivated in January than in March, right? So that is an industry trend. So all of you here today should be trying to, yeah, I can see the chat, by the way, entirely. So don't worry. I'm seeing every message and I'm only replying to the relevant ones right now. Nice, Suraj, nice. So a lot of times what happens is a lot of people mistake the industry in the very beginning. They start working in an industry where there's no money. And that is a mistake I made. Okay, I made this mistake, and I'm pretty sure for this reason, I could have reduced my struggle by at least 3 years, because the first 3 years of my career, I was trying to work with authors. I was trying to work in the book industry, which came very naturally because I was a reader. So my exposure was more to this industry. My network was in the industry. So, and there was no one to guide me that there's no money in this industry. Why? Because most authors are self-publishing. Royalties of books are very low. Okay. Even the top writers, they make their most money when their books are made into movies. So there's not a lot of money in the book industry. B, most of the people that I was working with were not like professional authors. They were job goers who had written a book because that's their hobby, and then they were marketing it a little bit. So it was not their primary source of revenue anyway. So why will they pay me? Okay. So that was a big mistake I made, and I want you to avoid that. Here are 5 industries in 2024 that you should target. Number 1 is e-learning. Okay. No matter what a lot of people say, e-learning is only going to go big and bigger, because more people than ever know that the more they learn, the more they can earn, and they will try to invest in the right places. And since this is becoming such a competitive space where everyone is shouting that I'm the best brand, I am the best teacher, I'm the best platform for you to get the right mentors, it's going to become imperative for every brand to have a good website. Okay, so as a web designer, you will pitch them that they need to stand out in a crowded market. As a marketer, you can pitch them unique strategies so that they can stand out from their competition. As a video editor, you can help them tell stories instead of giving only information-based content. Okay, so e-learning will be an amazing industry. 2, finance. Okay, no matter what work you do, you know that finance is an industry that has only grown since COVID, because more people than ever became aware of finances and how to manage their finances, and they want to get better at it, right? So no matter what kind of clients you're targeting, be it clients who help in personal finance, be it clients who have startups of money management, be it clients who teach retired people how to manage their money, be it clients who manage money for their clients, doesn't matter. All of them need very good marketing, because more people than ever are taking their finance knowledge online, and they are competing with the top of the finance gurus. They are competing with people who have views and reach in millions. So whatever service you provide, if it can help them again stand out from that crowded market, they are going to invest in you. Third one, and this is very high paying and not a lot of people are targeting it, and this is software as a service. All the top creators are building software as a service. Okay, and there's very few people able to help them out. Okay, check out Lemlist, by the way, if you can. You can read the book about Lemlist called The 150 Million Secret, something like that, 150 Million by Gilliam Ubish. It was very, very, very good. So this is where a membership is going to come into play, and it's recurring money for the brand. Software as a service is the future because it has more automation. It does not need regular work. So even if you can get your client to add only 10 clients per month or customers per month, it's very high value for them. Okay, so they will, of course, pay you highly. Fourth is, of course, physical and mental health. I don't think I need to explain it. People have understood the value of having a good body and a good mindset. Okay, more people than ever are going to the gym, doing yoga. They're learning about Pilates. They're learning about different diet plans, the keto diet, and all of those things. More food, healthy food brands are coming out than ever. I don't know, like in the last 1 month itself, I think I came across 10 new brands, starting from Good Diet to the Whole Truth. There's Whole Truth's competitor also that I came across. So many people are talking about physical health and mental health. And again, they need to stand out because everyone is giving the same promise. So if you as a freelancer are so talented that you can help them set apart, they will pay you well. And lastly, of course, AI based startups. Okay, AI is the buzzword. Okay, crypto and blockchain was the buzzword a couple of years back. AI is the new one. Okay, so of course it's a high paying industry. I would say that if you want to make very good money with whatever skill you thought about in the beginning, choose any one of these industries. Can I see in the chat what industry you are choosing? Crypto is still relevant, but it's difficult to make money there. Like most of the, say, I deal with thousands of freelancers every month, and most of the ones who had chosen crypto 2 years back have either shifted or at least diversified. I don't know a single person who's still doing only crypto, not yet at least. If you do, let me know, but I don't know anyone. E-learning, finance, so many, so many. So many of you are giving me like so many opinions. Career coaches, mental health. Okay, a little more detailed, interesting. All right. Okay. Now hold that thought, hold that industry. Okay. Again, you can change the industry later, but for the sake of today's class, let's choose one market. Okay. So let's say you choose edtech. Okay. Now what you do is you shortlist 3 edtech sub markets. Okay. You can also do more than that, by the way. I'll show you how to do it. Uh, so 3 edtech submarkets will be personal brand led edtechs. So brands like 100x engineers, which Varun Maya is currently the face of. Expert led edtechs, Physics Wala, where Physics Wala is the face, and then beyond that there's other experts. And then there's edtech startups, okay, where there's no as such face to it, but it's a software as a service. Okay. Nas.io is also edtech. Okay. You can also shortlist international edtechs. Maven. Okay. So you can choose some sub markets that you're going to target. Okay. You may not be able to come up with it right now in case you've never done research before, but it's not very hard. Like you search about the latest updates in your niche, edtech, and you'll find so many brands. And then you can think about 3 distinctions that you can make. Okay. At least 3, if not more. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a little harder. You have to find money gaps in the business that you have chosen. Okay. Can I see some of you choose just some random names? Like you can choose Reginas, Mavin, whatever. But can you guys choose just any name? It doesn't have to be edtech only. It can be your, if you've chosen health, it can be a health-based startup also. It can be a health-based personal brand also. The Geeky Gut, okay. Can I see some names, please? Skillshare, okay. Fitter, please approach Fitter, by the way. Fitter is definitely looking for freelancers. I myself had an opportunity. The price points didn't work out, so not working with them. But Fitter was looking for freelancers, so you can approach them. If your prices are definitely more competitive than mine, so please go on. Cult Fit, amazing. Label of Cosmics. I have my own students who have worked at Cosmics. Prerana has worked with them. Amazing. Healthify, Lyra Health, Calm Level Supermind, interesting. Niche Hair, Scalar. Okay, great. Okay, so all of you have some brands in mind that you can pitch. Okay, for those of you who don't, it's fine, but it should definitely happen. Okay, somebody has written Get Me Therapy. I am assuming it's a brand name and not a demand. Okay, now freelancers who make a lot of money are those who identify money gaps. Okay, this is a concept I'll teach you today that you should carry with yourself your entire life. It'll make you a lot of money. There's this guy on LinkedIn called Anthony Chaco. He's amazing. And what he does is that he identifies. So the service he offers is WhatsApp automation. Okay. Simple service. You can learn how to do WhatsApp automations very quickly. Okay. You can master it when you only work with clients, but you can learn the basics very quickly. What he does is that he spots poorly done campaigns in his area of service, which is WhatsApp automation. But for you, it can be websites. Okay. It can be social media posts. It can be social media content. And then he suggests rectifications. And then he posts that to demonstrate his authority. Okay. Simple thing. He identifies where a brand is losing money when they are sending WhatsApp messages, and he tells them what to improve in that. Okay. And that's how he approaches getting clients online. Okay. So this is what is money gaps. What is money gap? Money gap is where a brand is already investing money or spending money, but they're not being able to make money in turn. So that's why it's called a money gap. Okay. Money gap can be simple things like not sending a confirmation email, not sending a follow-up email, not sending an abandoned cart email. A money gap can be something like not having a chat bot on the website, because that way someone's losing money. Okay. Now, I know it might be a little hard for you to understand about money gaps because this is a different concept or a more advanced concept. So I'm going to try to make it easier for you. Okay. There are two areas in which most business may lose money. Okay. Most of the money gaps you'll find in other people's businesses will be either in product or distribution. Okay. Product is where the product itself has a fault. So you can't really do much there because that's the person's product. Okay. You cannot change a product for a client, right? So ignore clients whose products that you feel are itself the problem. Okay. Because it's hard to change that. But distribution is easier. Okay. Here's what usually happens. Some clients have a bad product and a bad distribution, so they have no revenue in their business. Okay. Some people have a good product, but they have bad distribution. So they have a low revenue business. So if you improve distribution for them, they'll make more money. So they'll pay you more. Okay. Some people have a bad product, but they have good distribution. So short term, they grow, but then they eventually fall. Okay. Again, you can't do anything if the product is bad. But if a client has both a good product and a good distribution, the business is going to boom. So you want to have clients like this whose distribution you can constantly improve. Now, the question is, how do you improve clients' distribution? No matter what your service or skill, you will be probably doing something along these lines. Okay. So you can spot errors like lack of optimization. Okay. Are the videos optimized? Are their social media handles optimized? Is their website optimized for performance? So optimization or lack of optimization is probably the most common money gap almost every business has. Okay. A lot of people actually do it with my own business, and then they tag me and I tell my team members that improve this. So very common. A lot of people are not using ads, so they can improve distribution by doing ads. So if your service anywhere aligns with ads, if you do websites, of course a client needs better websites if they're running ads, because cold audiences is basically audiences who don't know you. Of course they want a better website for trusting you. Okay. So ads for website designers should work. If you write copy, of course you can suggest writing better copy for ads. If you run ads, of course you can approach this. Bad copywriting, of course, lowers distribution. So if you can write copy better for them in their socials or emails or in their website, that's going to improve their distribution too. Confusing landing page, if you can improve their landing page for them, or if they don't have any follow-up, okay, after failed payments, then also they are losing money. So these are some very common problems that many businesses might be facing. Once you become a seasoned freelancer, you'll spot so many more errors, but you can take a screenshot because these are some of the most common problems every business is facing and every business is losing money for. If you can improve these 5 things for a business, if they already make a couple of lakhs, they will make at least 5 or 6 lakhs. If they make 10-20 lakhs, they will make at least 25 or 30. Okay. So these are some ways in which you can become valuable to a business. And because you'll be valuable to the business, of course, they will pay you. Okay. By the way, this was clear, or was this too hard to understand? Because beyond this, I'll tell you what to do once you spot a money gap. Let's say you're seeing someone is not using social media. You're seeing that someone's website is sucking. Okay. You're seeing that somebody has not used a chatbot. Okay. So, okay, clear? All clear? All clear? Then can I show you a template that you can send to a prospect if you spot a money gap on their website? Okay. A lot of you are asking, can I brief it? I cannot brief it. If I were to brief it, then I will make a reel. You're in this class, you're in this in-depth class because I want to teach you the exact strategies that you cannot learn on social media. Those are the real things I get paid for. I don't get paid for telling how much money I make. I get paid because I know how to do strategies. So you need to learn that. So please keep your full brain here. अगर चाहिए तो मम्मी को बोलो कि चाय दे दे. If you want, you can order some Starbucks coffee also if you're bougie like that. But please keep your full attention in today's class because now I move on to the templates. Okay. Here is a template that you can use. If you spot a money gap on someone's website, you can send this as a message or a mail. Okay. Hey, Martha, loved your new website. I'm curious, why haven't you added a chatbot here? So this is the money gap that you're spotting and you are recommending them that this has helped my clients. So can I assist you with it? Okay. So you're not saying that, hey, pay me money. I'm going to give you this service and then this is my portfolio. No, you are simply spotting a problem in their business and you're offering that, hey, let me solve it for you. Okay. And I personally have hired so many people because they saw a certain problem in my website. They saw a certain problem in my video and they told me that they can help me. They saw that my thumbnails were sucking. So they made a couple of samples and sent them across. This is probably the easiest way to get clients online. Spot a money gap in an industry that you want to work it and pitch them. Okay. Very simple. And you will change this as per the client. You will change this as per the person that you are sending this across to. Okay. And depending on your service. Okay. Simple. Okay. If you can do this one little thing, you will make money in 2024 for sure. This one little thing. Okay. Quick recap. You have your skill. You choose an industry. You choose a high paying industry. You choose a sub market of that industry. You start looking at websites. You start looking at brands. You start looking at money gaps. And based on that, you make certain assumptions or certain solutions for that business and you send it across to them. These are some common errors that you might spot, but there's so many more that I possibly can't think about. But this is a very good template that you can pitch with. Okay. Very simple. A lot of people think that for pitching, they need to have like a very long template and long message, but real business owners don't have time to read long messages. So the shorter it is, the better for them. Okay. Now, this was the first most important section probably of today's class. Everything is clear with you all because then we can move on to building your portfolio and the best things about a portfolio. So can I get a clear in the chat? Okay. Everything clear? Okay. I see so many clears. Okay, great. Awesome. So we'll talk a little bit about the basics of portfolio first. Okay. But then we will move on to the advanced portfolio section because that is where the most amount of money is made. So be ready for that. But I'm assuming everyone here knows what is a portfolio. Okay. Everyone here knows what is a portfolio? I see a yes. Okay. If anyone does not know what is a portfolio is the body of works that you have done before. Okay. It should easily show what people hire you for. Okay. This is a sample portfolio of mine in case you have never seen a portfolio in your life before. But this is basically what I send a client if they want to become a client. Okay. It's a portfolio. It's who I am, what I do, a little bit about me, why they should be working with me, some results for clients, some results that I've gotten for LinkedIn, for Instagram, what kind of clients I work with, what kind of services we offer, LinkedIn, Instagram, content creation, launch management, what kind of investment they are going to be looking towards, testimonials, what kind of expertise I have, what kind of work I have. So these are like clickable links, all of them. Results galleries, a little bit more of testimonials, what kind of clients we work with, international clients, Indian clients. And yeah, that's basically it. This is a little older portfolio of mine, but yeah, this definitely worked. So this is what is a portfolio. Okay, clear? Okay. Now let's get here. So what are the portfolio hacks that you must know about to make six figures as a beginner? Here you go. Okay, four components, four very, very important components. First one being the about me section. Okay, this is who you are, what's unique about you. Okay, now a lot of people here, they talk about their life history. They talk about how I was born in a small district and then I decided that marketing is amazing, and then I decided, but this section should be very small. Okay, this about me is not about you, it's about how you can help the client. Okay, so if you see this about me, it's I can help you grow an audience that adores you, engages with you, buys from you. Basically, we are obsessed with revenue, but we do that by focusing on our people. So quick USP of mine as well. USP is unique selling point. So I love revenue, so I'm going to make you money, but I'm not going to make you money by obsessing over money. I'm going to make you money by obsessing over audience for you. Okay, so that is my USP. My USP is not running ads. My USP is not making a crap ton of money. My USP is that I know people, and that's why I'm a good marketer. Okay, so you need to find your USP, but this about me should be very small. Okay, two, expertise showcase. Now I follow the 3-3-3 formula: top three skills, top three works, three links of work. Full stop. A lot of people add too many examples. That's a problem. Okay, a lot of people add too many things. I saw a portfolio where somebody was like, I'm a copywriter, I'm a content writer, I'm a marketer, I'm an email marketer, I'm a website developer as well, and I can also run Facebook ads. I will never hire someone like that because I'll be so confused that is this person even going to be good at one skill? Okay, so top three skills is good enough and they should be very related to each other. Okay. So if you see mine, it's marketing strategy, content creation, and launch management. Content is a part of marketing. Launch is a kind of marketing. Okay. So it's a marketing. Mine is a marketing portfolio. Top three works and top three links of works. Those are all clickable links that are within my portfolio. So it links to the work that I have done, maybe some work of the past, some pictures of the past. Okay. So that really, really helps in convincing a client that they should hire me. What is happening here? Wait a second. Okay. Next is social proof, of course. You should have video testimonials, screenshots, text testimonials, if you can add them. Now, when you're getting started, you might not have this, and that's fine. But a little bit of screenshots will also do. Like somebody just saying that, hey, it was amazing working with you. That is also gonna work. Okay. See, at the end of the day, it does not matter how good you say that you are. People will only believe what others say, okay, about you. Okay, this is absolutely normal. So you need to put testimonials, even if your work is actually really, really good. It will validate the client's fears more. Okay. And lastly, results of work. What kind of results a client can be looking at if they hire you? Now, three types of results I personally love to put in my portfolio is revenue growth, before and after visuals, or follower growth. Okay. Revenue and follower growth is very good, but in some industries, you can't show that, right? If you just design someone's website, you cannot really be sure that how much that website grew someone's revenue. Your client can tell you, but you might not have 100% visibility on that. So show the before and the after of the website, and it will be pretty evident how good of a work that you've done. Okay. So results is another very important factor. But a lot of times, some people miss this little thing in their portfolio. Okay, something that really sets a portfolio apart from hundreds. Because when a client is posting, I want to hire someone, at least 50 to 60 freelancers are going to approach that person. So your portfolio needs something extra. And trust me, most portfolios suck. I have so many freelancers approaching me every day, but I can't even see what's good about them in their portfolio. Here's 5 hacks that I'm going to give you today to make a highly profitable portfolio. And I can assure you, you will not find these hacks online. Okay. If you can find the exact hacks I'm sharing here today, dated somewhere before, okay, let me know. And I don't know, I'll take you out for a treat. I'll get you an iPhone, because that's how confident I am, because these are things that I have personally built through experience. So please add these things in your portfolio if you can. Only one of this is going to really make your portfolio stand apart. Okay. But before that, is the basics of portfolio clear? Please let me know in the chat. Okay. Basics clear. A thumbs up is also going to do. Okay. Okay, great. Great. Okay. What most people do is that they make a very simple portfolio. Okay. They are going to put the cover, they're going to put their work, they're going to put what they do. And this is what literally everyone is doing. So there's nothing that's going to distinguish you. Okay. If you really want to distinguish yourself, okay, here are the things that you must be doing. Okay. Number one, what you can do is inside your portfolio, add stats and diagrams. Okay, here's an example on my right side. You can add statistics relevant to your industry. And by the way, this can also be added in proposals. Okay, I'll show you an example. Proposals is basically when you're more specific towards a client. But yeah, you can add statistics that support your views. For example, let's say your portfolio is a LinkedIn management portfolio. It should show why LinkedIn is the best platform to invest in. Okay, so you can add statistics relevant to your industry to show your relevance, your knowledge, and also bridge the gap of the client. The client may not even know that they need to invest in your service because that's the best way to go about it. Okay, so stats and diagrams. No one is usually adding these things in their portfolio, not consciously at least. So please do that. Okay. Number two, mind maps. If you can build some good mind maps around your area of service, again, it shows the way you think, it shows the way you process your work, it shows the way you will work for a client. Okay, what is mind maps? Mind maps is where you think about a certain topic. Okay, in the area of your work. For example, let's say you're a social media manager, your topic will be content pillars. Then you'll come up with 1, 2, 3 content pillars, and then some more secondary thoughts around that. Okay, again, this mind map will show a client how do you work. They're going to feel like they're working with you already, so the friction in starting work with you will be less. They'll get to see a brainstorming BTS of yours, and also you can give it to them. Even if you can say something like, hey, I know that we may or may not work together, but this is something I'm going to give to you. And you can go as detailed as you want inside a mind map, because that is where a client is going to feel like, oh wow, if this is how his or her brain works when they are not even working with me, I can't even think how amazing they'll be when they work with me. This is a very simple mind map I've put here, but mind maps are usually very detailed. Okay, a simple one in case you're a beginner and you don't know what to put, because this is very hard to do, especially if you're just getting started. You can always add checklists in your portfolio. Okay, you can say this is the checklist formula that we follow to make sure that our clients have the best brands. Okay, and you can show it to them. A lot of my students used to ask me that if I give them checklists, if I give them my processes, are they not gonna do it themselves? Well, that is not the kind of insecurity you can live with. Every client can do everything themselves. Okay, there is nothing that I can tell you that you cannot find out yourself if you read books, if you work for a year, if you spend time actually honing your skills, right? But does that mean you'll do that? No, you will probably take out time, spend 2 hours with me and learn it. Similarly, clients will also be able to do anything and everything on their own. Okay, there's nothing that is beyond the comprehension of brain only, but they shouldn't do it because that's not their highest ROI activity. Okay, a client can manage their social media, but if they are a mental health professional, they should be focused on taking sessions and improving their skills and credentials, not managing their social media. Okay, so you can add checklists that make their life easier. A lot of times what happens is that while the client is looking at your portfolio, they'll think, oh, do I do this? Do I do this in my content? Do I do this on my website? Have I done this for my SEO? And then they are going to have a realization. The best kind of freelancer is not the one who asks a client to hire them. It's the kind of freelancer who educates a client on why they need them. Okay, education empowers a client. Okay, that's why they will hire you. Another interesting thing that you can do is you can add a timeline. Let's say you are a brand designer or you're a brand strategist. You can show how you work, what are the exact steps that you'll take, what kind of deadlines you're going to set, what kind of work process you follow, and how is it going to look like, what's going to be the time for each and everything. It also relieves a lot of hiring anxiety for the client. Okay. And lastly, you can also add process descriptions. This is where you can go really detailed into how you work. No one is doing this in their portfolio. Everybody is promising that I'll give you this result, that result, but no one is showing how they're going to do that, how they are going to get there. And that is where you can really, really stand apart, really stand apart. Okay. So this is also something that you can do. Not every industry can do everything that I recommended, but most of you can probably try something along these lines to really make your portfolio stand apart. This again can also be put in proposals. This is the proposal I had sent Quantum Leap as a brand. And the first thing I did is I added stats. Okay, the first thing I told them that if they want to improve their organic branding, they need to add stats. I didn't even make the graphic. I was lazy. So I took a screenshot from a detailed case study that I had found. And then I went more into this is more like how to pitch a brand. So I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I kind of did that. Okay. Some value and stuff. And this is something that I have personally done, even in a proposal. Okay. So these are a few things that can really make your brand stand apart. Okay. Really stand apart. Okay. That's why I tell you, when you're building your portfolio, invest some time in building your portfolio once. It's going to give you returns for years. Okay. This one basics a portfolio I had made, I have never felt the need to update it because I get ample clients. Okay. So even if you put a little bit of effort in the beginning, the number of clients you'll get is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And you're going to be able to get so much results just because you were conscious about the people you approach. Now, let me quickly check out something, but I'll give you guys a quick 2-minute break probably. Now, one of the things that we do in our academy is we review portfolios on a regular basis. And all the star students, I kind of star their portfolios. So I can show you a couple of really nice student portfolios if you guys want. Okay. Do you guys want to check it out? Let me know. Because this is a little aside from what I planned. But do you guys want to check it out? Please let me know. Okay, I see a lot of yeses. Okay, by the way, the red ones are the portfolios that are like really, really bad. Okay, but all the good portfolios or portfolios that I felt like other students should check out, I'll open some of them. Okay, so this is a nice portfolio, very aesthetic looking one. Okay, these are all beginner portfolios, by the way, so you can see that it's not like you have to get everything right from the get-go. See, this is some stats that she has added. Skills, the niche, services they offer, work samples, and contact. This is more of a website tester, website portfolio, but this is what he has done that I recommended. Show your working process, requirement stage, finding content gap. By the way, you can connect with all these people on LinkedIn if you want. Requirement research. So this is very unique because you'll not see this in most other portfolios. And then there's more. Okay. So you don't have to get, this is the results he has gotten, getting rankings, screenshots. Okay. Very, very nicely done. Results, lots of results she's put here. So this is an exercise that we do because I feel like a lot of us need to constantly keep updating our skills. And yeah, I don't know why I had started this one. There was something that I really liked for sure. I had liked this statement a lot. Here are some people who needed great copy. They came to the right place. I had really liked this statement. Okay. So I usually start the ones where there's something or the other that I really, really like. These are all our students. So they are working as freelancers right now. So you can check them out if you want. I just wanted to show some of my personal ones that I quite liked. But yeah, as you see, there's nothing that you need to be intimidated by. I don't want to show you portfolios of high income freelancers making 6 figures a month, because then 6 figures USD a month, I mean, because then you might feel like, oh my God, that sounds scary. Nothing like that. It's pretty much doable for anyone. It's pretty much easy to do this for most of you. Okay, these are all these little things which actually move a needle in a portfolio, that actually make others higher. But these are all like beginner friendly portfolios only, by the way. Okay. All right. So yeah, now let's get back to today's session. Let's get back to today's session. But yeah, hopefully you liked it. And I'm sorry for straying away a bit, but it's going to be very helpful for you guys to actually see real examples more than theory. So I will probably stray away a little bit once in a while. Now that I've already shown you these, adding process descriptions, adding timelines, adding checklists, adding mind maps, what is one page that you personally think that you will add now on so that your portfolio looks one class apart from the average portfolio? I'd like to know. Stats. Most of you are saying stats. Timelines. Yeah, timeline, especially if you can do the one that I showed you. I think Mohit's one. That one was very, very well done. Process description as well works. Yeah. Venn diagram. Yeah, you can show a Venn diagram also on two intersections and why your area of service is the best in the middle. Amazing. Now, let's move on and let's talk about how to get more clients as a beginner. We'll talk about inbound, we'll talk about outbound, we'll talk about networking. Okay, so it's only going to get harder. So are you guys with me? Are you guys ready for this? Feeling overwhelmed? It's just been 1 hour. Are the academy students still with me? Because you guys know that every academy class is much more in-depth than this also. So are you still here? I want to know that. Okay. A lot of you are there still. Okay. I hope that you are also having fun, especially because you get these classes on a regular basis. So I want to know if there's still something new that you are understanding or learning. But please keep sharing your feedback. Would love that. Thank you for sacrificing football for me. I hope that this helps. Okay. Let's first talk about 5 types of clients. Again, this is something I've talked about in depth before, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But if you really want to learn in depth about it, I discussed every clientele in depth in the 10x masterclass, which I did last week, which was a paid masterclass. But yeah, today I'm not going to be able to go in depth into that. But 5 types of clients, okay? First is coaches, consultants, service-based entrepreneurs. These are service-based entrepreneurs. These are providing some sort of services to people and they get paid for their service. Somewhat like a freelancer, okay, but not exactly the kind of freelancers that we are, okay? These people are very good to work with because they understand the value of services a lot. Okay, they value freelancers. I feel like in product-based industries, there's always a struggle between a freelancer and a product-based marketer, or sorry, product-based business owner, because they can't really see the service, right? So there's always this, okay, should I pay you so much? So I don't like that clientele. I like coaches, consultants, and service-based entrepreneurs. But even product-based businesses are good clients. Okay, they're not bad. If you're actually like, there's a lot of women who are inclined towards skincare, so they become excellent marketers for brands that are skincare brands or feminine brands or clothing brands. Okay, so if you have a natural knack towards such brands, please go ahead. Okay, there's marketing, creative, and ad agencies because they give you so much exposure. You work with so many types of clients if you work with agency brands. The only catch is that usually they don't pay very well, but it's worth it. If you work for 3 months or 6 months that is at an agency, you learn much more than anyone else. Okay, creators and influencers are also great people to work with. I personally have worked so much in this circle and they pay really well because they get paid really well, right? And usually they the only catch is that a lot of them are popular very recently, so sometimes their fame is very detrimental to their personality, and then of course it trickles to you as someone working for them. But apart from that, creators and influencers, some of them have been like really, really good clients to me. And of course, startups that recently got funded, you can get more details on it from websites like Startup Talkie, Crunchbase. Any brand that has recently received funding has money to invest. They will invest in getting a good manager. They will invest in making a good website. So you can pitch them. Okay. Now, the next question that I'll get, I know, is where to find these clients who need your services. Where do you find them? Number one is Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. The founders are hanging out there. The brand pages are there. Company pages are there. So you can connect there. You can cold email them. Okay. You can easily find you can easily find their email ID from hunter.io. You can easily find it from their website. So you can cold email them. You can also connect via a mutual acquaintance. If you see a common friend, that is the best way to connect with someone. You can interact with them through an ad on Instagram or Facebook. One of my first clients I got was because I got an ad of him on my feed and I messaged him saying that, hey, I saw your ad. So I saw that you're investing in paid marketing. I'll do your marketing on organically for free. So can I work for you? And he said yes. And he gave me a testimonial. And it was a really good client. Today, he is a big edtech brand leader. I don't think he even remembers that I worked with him, but I actually kind of started working with one of the very first clients was him. And now he has a very good brand. Okay. So very proud of the growth both of us have had, but I don't think he'll even remember me today. And lastly, Facebook groups. Of course, there's so many Facebook groups which has certain clients, like all the e-commerce people are hanging out in a certain group. All the people using ClickFunnels are hanging out in a certain group. All the moms who have businesses are hanging out in a certain group. All the people who are running ads are hanging out in a certain group. All the copywriters are in a certain group. So you can meet all these people here. And if they have an agency, work for them. If they have a startup, pitch them to work for them. There's so many places where you can meet people and work with them. Now, I'll not be able to go in depth with each and every platform. That is something that I'll take hours to do. Okay. But these are just some of the places where you can check out and you can use the templates that I'm going to share with you. Okay. The first thing that you can do is inbound processes. Inbound is where other people come to you and want to work to you. Okay. Here, three things become important. Number one is personal branding. Okay. You need to have a very strong personal brand. Number two becomes content strategy. Okay, this is where you make content that attracts clients to you. And networking. Okay, basically, you always stay connected with the influential people in your industry. So it becomes a no-brainer to approach you. Okay, here's a few examples of my students who have done excellent personal branding on LinkedIn, particularly. Okay, and this is the kind of leads that I personally also keep getting. There's so many types of leads, both Indian and international, that I get just because I post content. Okay, so yeah, this is some content strategy that you might be looking at. This is some examples that I really wanted to show you. But if you want inbound leads, you need to have a strong brand. You need to be posting very good content. And also on top of that, you need to master networking. But we'll talk about networking in a bit because I need to give you templates for that. Okay. Outbound processes is where you do things like cold email. You do social media, of course. But on top of that, again, networking becomes important here as well. Be it whether you want inbound leads or outbound, you need to be networking with people. A lot of you might be wondering, what is networking? Networking is where you are connected within certain circles. So that somebody looking for a person in your skill set, whatever skill set you've thought about in the beginning, they'll come to you and they will approach you. So they might approach you because they found you online. Okay. Because they have heard from a friend that you're very good, or they might approach you because you have told them that, hey, this is what I do. So they'll remember you. Okay. So be it inbound, be it outbound, you can approach networking. Okay. Now, should I show you some real examples, by the way, for this? I actually got Finance with Sharan as a client by doing this only. Okay. Which is a crazy, crazy story. Okay. Yes. Let's go ahead. Okay. Okay, so let's see a lot of you saying a yes. So this is the exact message I had sent Sharan. This is the kind of messages you might be seeing in Facebook groups, by the way, for hiring someone, and you can approach them there. Okay, but these are like real posts and real texts that you can see that make money, that make clients, that make networks. Okay, and it's really very easy. There's nothing in these texts that is out of the world, right? Very simple things. After that, we had a call and we worked together for a year. It was crazy. Okay. I never thought, like, by the way, when I was sending the message, I never thought that it'll become what it did, but it was beautiful. It was a big, big learning journey. And this is a cold email that I had sent. Okay. This was my first time doing outreach for an international client. Okay. This was a couple of years back, not now. Okay. But this was a crazy experience because this was someone I really admired. And when I sent them the mail, this was my CTA, the call to action, that so let's talk, if that makes sense. And this is the exact reply I got: let's talk. Okay. And I also gave this PS. So this is the real screenshots, real conversations that I've had with clients before I onboarded them. Okay. So if you also want clients to come to you, you need to understand that this is what your funnel will look like. So now I want your full attention here. Let's say you've chosen edtech as your niche. Let's say there's 100 people who are your unaware prospects. You find them on social media, or they find you on social media. Let's say out of 100, you'll never be able to approach all 100 of them. Okay. But let's say there's 50 who are now aware of you. Maybe they found you or you found them. Okay. Now you pitch them your service. Okay. Once you pitch them and they are interested, they are called warm leads. Okay. Of course, if you pitch 50 people, not all 50 people are going to want to work with you. Okay. Let's say only 20 want to do that. So you get on a strategy call with them, strategy call or discovery call. Okay. And let's say you have a good conversation with 10 of them. Okay. You're not going to have a good conversation with all of them. That's again pretty normal. And then out of 10, you will probably only close 3 of them or 5 of them. Okay. That is what a client acquisition funnel looks like. Okay. Let's say out of 100 people who are unaware of you, you're able to only close 5 clients in 6 months. It's going to be great for you. Okay. It's not a very easy process for sure. It's not like you get clients, there's thousands of people lined up for you. Okay. But there's ample money to be made. There's ample number of clients. And this is what an average client acquisition funnel looks like. Okay. Is this funnel very clear to you guys? This is a very important funnel because a lot of people leave working because they think that 2 people said no. Of course, in every step of the funnel, you lose people. There's something that you need to understand. Particular behavior is not predictable, but group behavior is predictable. Okay. For example, I don't know whether you are going to get married at 35, but I can say that most people will be married by 35 by average Indian behavior. Okay. Similarly, I can't say whether one certain prospect will buy my service or not, but I know that out of 100, at least 5 will. Okay. That is the kind of faith or confidence you might have in yourself. Okay. So group behavior is very predictable. Okay. Average behavior is very predictable. Now, let's talk a little bit about content mix. Since we talked about inbound leads, we need to be making very good content that attracts good quality inbound leads, right? So what kind of content mix are we gonna go ahead and give them? Okay. By the way, are you guys following? Because we finished 3 sections of today's class. We finished talking about the kind of industries that exist, how to make sure that you have demand. We talked about building your portfolio, for the portfolio hacks. We talked about so many examples of how to approach clients or how clients might approach you. So I know that it might get a little overwhelming, but then today you've come with the mindset, right? That you are going to get a lot of value. It's not going to be a reel. It's not going to be a post because I cannot teach you in a post. I cannot teach you in a reel. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's talk about the content mix for getting clients. Okay, here are 3 types of content pieces that you must be posting. Okay, number 1 is aspirational or storytelling content. Number 2 is educational content, which is lists, thoughts, frameworks. And number 3 is result-based content. Okay, this is all you need to know. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to have 10 content styles. You don't need to follow 50 creators and do the best practices. If you can do these 3, you'll get ample clients. Thank me later. Okay. Aspirational storytelling is basically where you are talking about a certain story from your life. Now, this is an example, but this is a more, I would say, not a very relatable example for most people. But this is, okay. How many hours do you work? Okay. And why? Okay. Storytelling content. I went to a cafe and I had a certain food, and then I related that with quality versus virality. Okay, this is an important concept for marketers. So I was using storytelling to illustrate that. Educational content will be posts like this. Okay, what are the highest paying industries? What is Rolls Royce doing differently? What kind of frameworks can you follow? And lastly, result based content. This is like the kind of results you got for clients, the results you built by offering your services. What happened when you joined working with a client, join a client? This is the only three types of content pieces you need in your profile. Okay. Yes, you need a good hook. Yes, you need a great body. Yes, it needs to be well formatted. But this is the crux of it. Okay. This is the tip of it. There's nothing that should be complicated about this. Nothing that should be complicated about this. Okay. Now I'm showing LinkedIn particularly, but it also relates with any other social media platform. Even if you're using Facebook as a platform, this should work. Okay. Yes, you can post it on LinkedIn. You can post it on Insta. You can post it on even YouTube. Okay, if you want. Okay. It totally depends on you. All right. But your profile should be full of such posts. You should be full of very, very good content mixes. Okay. Now, here is a headline prompts exercise that I usually do with my copywriting batch or my copywriting students or my clients who I consult for copy. But if you want, and if you really want to prioritize copy, you can definitely have a look at it. I'll share the link in the chat if you want. Wait a second. Should I share this in the chat? I think so. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. So you can use this. This is something that a lot of my clients pay me very highly to teach their teams. So I hope that you will like it as well. But these are like some of the best headline formulas or hook formulas or formats that you can use. Okay. Is it opening for you guys? Please check it out now. Okay. Okay. It's opening for everyone. Okay. Great. I'll start sharing my screen again. Okay. Great. Opening for everyone. Okay. Great. You can make a copy of it and then you can fill it up according to whatever you want. Okay. Okay. Now let's get back to the session. Okay. By the way, I would love to know, have you learned some new things so far today? Please let me know. Yes or no. Even a no is fine. Okay. Just tell me if you've not learned anything new so far. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. A few things or more things than that. I was also looking forward more to, okay. Okay. One person said no. Bhai sahab, please room se nikal jao na fir, because then you'll make space for the others. Because if you're an advanced freelancer, maybe you will not learn anything new. That's why I told that I want to hear from my academy students if you're learning anything new or not. Heavy traffic, I know, yeah. Okay. But there's a lot of things ahead as well. Okay. So please brace yourselves because we are going to now talk about scripts and outreach, which is more important because you cannot copy paste this. You cannot copy paste this at all. So understand the concept, understand why I'm sending a certain message in a certain way, because otherwise there's no point to it. Okay. There are three pitches I prioritize. Okay. The 5-line pitch, the first time pitch, the problem pointer pitch. Okay. Okay. So why do I prioritize this? Because the 5-line pitch has only 5 lines. Okay. You need to be sending very small pitches if you're pitching to high quality people who are millionaires who don't have time to see what kind of stories you've written. First time pitch is also very important because a lot of you either are beginners or you are pitching for the first time in a certain industry that you've never worked in before, which means your portfolio has no examples, and you need to make a excuse for that. You need to say why, even though you don't have a experience in that field, you're still a good person to work with. And of course, problem pointer pitch is the easiest one. It is sort of like the money gap template that I showed you in the beginning. Okay. So let's learn a little bit about it. By the way, please take screenshots, and then when you are using this, use your own words or use your own template. All right. 5-line pitch is where you have 5 simple lines. You say hello, you say who you are and what kind of work you do. What did you see and what problem did you spot there? Okay. And tell them one reason why that's a big problem. Okay. So for example, here the example that I've taken is I saw your content on LinkedIn, but I'm pretty sure that there's some red flags that you don't know about. Despite your authority, your content is not reaching people, and that's a problem. So let's say you come across a profile which is posting regularly, but they only have 5 or 10 likes. It's already a big problem for that person. Okay, they are working very hard and only 5 people, including their mom and dad, are liking that post. They want more visibility because they're putting their thoughts out. If you can tell them that, hey, the problem is not you, but LinkedIn's algorithm, and I'll fix it for you. The problem is not you, but here's what you can do to fix it. Okay, no one wants to know that their ideas are bad. No one wants to hear that they did something wrong. So if you can be someone who pitches in a way that validates their expertise, right? The line I'm using here is that despite your authority, your content is not reaching people, and that is a problem. Okay. Are you open to having a conversation about how I can help? Feel free to steal the ideas I'm going to give you. This is also a line that I use very often, that even if we have a call and you don't work with me, please steal my ideas, because I am proud of my ideas. I'm proud of the way I work. Okay. And this is something that you need to be as well. You need to be proud of your skill set. You need to be confident that you're doing very good work. What I see in a lot of freelancers is that they themselves doubt themselves. They themselves are doubting whether they are a good freelancer or not. They are themselves doubting whether their work is good or not. So of course, in that case, that energy also is very visible in your pitches. So be very confident. Okay. And then you give the call booking link. So this is the simple 5-line pitch. Okay. Then there's the first time pitch. Okay. This is something that I especially recommend you do if somebody is looking to hire someone in the industry, because it's very easy to get started in an industry when somebody is hiring. A little difficult if you are the one who is going to pitch for the first time and it's a more of a cold email. Okay. So, hey, Jessica, in full transparency, this will be my first time working in the fitness industry. However, my job is to help you double your revenue by understanding how to reach your target audience. To help them actually reach their goals is your expertise. So, a big question that a lot of people get is that, why should I hire you? You don't know finance. Why should I hire you? You don't know fitness. अरे बाबा, मैं थोड़ी coach हूँ. मैं थोड़ी आपको योगा सिखाऊंगी. So, tell that. Okay, tell that in a nice way, but that's not my job. Even if I don't have experience, my job is to build a great website. My job is to grow your revenue. Okay, together we'll help clients, right? So this expertise of mine will reflect in your revenue goals. I am in this for the long-term game. And while this is my beginning, I know that there is much growth ahead of us because I'm good at what I do, which is whatever service you offer. Can you be the first one to avail it risk-free? Tell them that since this is my first time working with you, I'm not going to charge you until you are happy with my service, or I'm not going to charge you at least for the first week. Okay. But try to use the first time pitch whenever you're pitching a new industry. When you go through my case study, where is my case study? There you go. Okay, why is this not loading? Yeah, when you go through my case study, you will see how when I was getting started and I really wanted to enter the finance industry, My big problem was that I had never worked in finance before. I had only done one project in 2019, and that one was also one that I was failed at. So that was one of the only ones that I had failed at. So of course I was not very confident about it. And then I go deep into how I approach people for the first time, and I kind of use the first time pitch when I was approaching. So you can go through my case study later because that is much more in depth. It's 45 pages. But yeah, first time pitch for this kind of purpose. Okay. And lastly, there is the problem pointer pitch, where you spot one problem and you tell the client how you can fix that problem and why you're good at it. You don't need to give any social proof, because here the fact that you've spotted the problem and the fact that you have the solution itself is the proof. Okay. Would you trust someone who tells you that I can make very yummy and healthy food, or someone who actually brings you very healthy food? Obviously, the later one, right? So here you definitely show the client that, hey, this is the problem and this is how I can fix it for you. By the way, everyone has taken screenshots, I hope, of all these slides. Hopefully. I'll give access to you to my case study. Don't worry. Okay. Just after the session ends today, after you fill up the feedback form. But okay, everyone's following so far. Okay. So ready for more scripts? By the way, scripts are not for copy pasting. It's just to get an idea that how is it done. Okay. I don't use the exact script, of course, all the time. Okay. Now, remember, I told you that I network with a lot of high caliber people using LinkedIn, using Twitter. So, oh, by the way, before we get there, if you can do this, whenever you're onboarding a client, use this one simple statement, okay? That whenever I do your service, not only will you get whatever you're doing, but also give them 3 bonuses. So for example, this statement will look like, when I do your video editing, not only do you get 4 to 5 YouTube videos edited monthly, but also 3 reels converted for your Instagram with captions and with something else also. You can, or maybe you can write for 5 reels instead of 3 reels, right? Other freelancers will charge between 5,000 to 10,000 to do the same edits, but with me, you get it for free. So it becomes a no-brainer for the client to hire you, because not only are they getting what they are hiring you for, but also something extra. Okay. So when I do your Instagram, not only do you get your Instagram managed monthly, you also get a very strong brand strategy made for you with captions and monthly analysis reports. Other freelancers will charge at least 15 to 20,000 for this. And in the bracket, just write very confidently. You can ask around. Okay. Now you can write this in your own words, but basically you're saying that I am confident that I'm giving you the best value for money. Okay. Can you beat that? Okay. Now, with that out of the way, this is one thing that I know will improve your revenue if you're a freelancer already. So please use this. Okay. Love it. By the way, now, in the beginning of today's session, I told you that I use LinkedIn messages, cold emails for networking. Okay. So there are 3 types of outreach. Okay. And here is a template for each. Okay. Please listen very carefully, because the kind of outreach you'll do to someone who is above you as in revenue wise, someone you want to work for, is going to be very different. Someone who's a peer who might refer you is very different. And someone who you just genuinely want to connect with because you think in the future there's some possibility is going to be very, very different. Okay. So first is the peer outreach template. This is where you collaborate with people of your stance. This is where you collaborate with people for getting better exposure and being known in that circle. Let's say I'm a copywriter and you are a graphic designer. A lot of people who follow you need copy for the websites they have designed or for the social media posts that they have. So if I collab with you, your prospects or clients see me and mine see you. So it's a good idea for us to collab, right? So this is how you outreach them. Hey, Jamie, it was really nice interacting with you on Edward's post. Would love to connect and discuss on whatever topic. Okay, this is a very good starting point of a good relationship. With this person, you can ideate a collab post, or you can have a virtual call and discuss referral programs. Lots of freelancers know other freelancers who refer them. Okay, most of your work as a freelancer after 1 year should come via referral and not necessarily via outbound or inbound. Okay, so this is the peer outreach template. This is going to be very different from prospect outreach template. If you actually want to pitch to someone, you think that this can be a person who hires you, rather pitch them this way. Hey, Matthew, I follow your brand, whatever your brand name is, for whatever reason you follow them. And I found that give one compliment for their brand. Okay. Hey, Matthew, I saw your brand Good Diet last week because I was looking for healthy food for my child. Okay. Or I was looking for healthy food because I need to get in shape for the new year. And I found that you use no plastic for your packaging. Lovely. Would be great to connect. Okay. One personalized line and you connect with them. Okay. Pro tip that I can give you is that you can refer this person to an industry based client, and then you can send them resources or tips once they accept your request. This is how I got Chase Demond as a client, by the way. Connected with him, I used to keep sending him tips, and then he became a client. Okay, and it was one of the easiest deals I had ever sealed. Okay, in hindsight, it was very challenging, but I feel like I have done harder stuff after that. And the last one is guest outreach template. Let's say you want to grow your visibility, you want to be known in a market, because let's say you don't really know which market you want to work for. In that case, don't sit idle, grow your audience. Okay. In that case, you can use guest outreach templates like this because it will give you more visibility to masses. Okay. So your guest outreach template might look something like this. Hey, Sophia, I run a weekly newsletter for brand strategists. I'd love to feature you. Do you have the time to answer some questions? So you can connect with the niche of people, which is brand strategists of high caliber, because everyone wants to talk about themselves. And you can maintain an interview blog, you can maintain a newsletter, you can do live calls, live voice events. Okay. You can also send a past sample to this person. Okay. I got some really good guests on my YouTube channel by using guest outreach templates, really good quality people. Okay. So yeah, these are all the outreach templates. Okay. Hopefully all of you understood everything. Everything is clear so far. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So this was all the things I wanted to discuss with you today. Okay. I will be sending across all of the samples, all the case studies that I shared, everything that you guys told me that you like, that you think that would be of value to you. This was not something I thought about, but since you are telling me, I'll definitely send it across. Very happy to support in any other way. So please do send me a LinkedIn message if you guys want. If you want to if you guys have any questions, any further queries about anything. By the way, we'll do a Q&A in a bit, but I would really, really like to know that if you liked the class today so far, okay, if you enjoyed everything, I hope that you enjoyed the class. This was a free session, but I want to make sure that you actually make money for all the things that you learned. I want to make sure that the takeaways that you've had today actually make you money like it has done for the past attendees. So please share your favorite takeaways with me. We'll share. Okay. I hope that you took enough screenshots. Okay. I hope that everyone took enough screenshots. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, if you have enjoyed today's class so far, there is something that I would love to introduce you guys to. It's no compulsion and it's totally up to you. But every year, that's 1st of January, I begin a new batch of my signature product, which is the Freelance 101 Academy. If you are not interested at all, you can feel free to leave today's session, or you can stick around because there's going to be a Q&A at the end. And if it feels like the right decision for you, you can get in because there's some exclusive things for attendees of Masterclass as always. But from tomorrow, it's going to be back to normal. So would love to tell you guys about it. And before I move on to that, I would love to know what are your favorite takeaways. If you can make a LinkedIn post, it will be great, because that is where I get to actually connect with all of you, because I can't know each and every one of you particularly now, but I always engage with the posts that are tagging me. So today, so far, you have learned about all the highest in demand skills. You have learned where to start, what process to follow, what kind of industries have good money. But there's a lot of other things in the world of freelancing. This is just 1.5 hours, 2 hours of talking about freelancing, getting clients. But imagine a full-fledged course which deals with each and every little aspects of freelancing. And every week I take sessions which are expert sessions. There's other guests as well who take sessions for the academy. So if these are the things that you're wondering about, what is the step-by-step map of finding clients? Where's your exact ideal client at? If you have very specific questions that needs time to deal with, how to get higher paying clients than you already have, how do you conduct sales calls? How do you conduct strategy calls? How do you make proposals, contracts, invoices? These are like the technical parts of freelancing that a lot of people don't know, and then they lose money because of that. What do you do when you get stuck or not get any prospects? So if all these are your queries, I have something that I have perfected in the last 2-3 years. A lot of my students are in the call itself, so that kind of speaks for itself that they've probably loved the sessions, so they usually join even the free sessions as well. You could get a proven roadmap to get higher paying clients in 30 days. You'll get all the scripts. These were just 3-4 things I shared with you, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work for you. So imagine getting hundreds of them, because it goes so much more in depth. If you get the strategies that I follow to charge $200 per hour of consulting and $1,000 per month for an hour of work every day for the clients, the exact way I conduct client calls, sales calls, proposals that always get accepted. And apart from everything, you get constant support from me and my big team to become a well-paid freelancer. See, you've watched this entire masterclass, you've listened to me, you've heard my story, you know my expertise, you've tasted my expertise. Either you have loved it, and if you've loved it, that's great. If you've not loved it, you're probably not here. Okay. And you know that we have already done this for thousands of students, if not more. There are some people who definitely teach people without doing things first, but I am not one of them, which gives me a lot of confidence, because I have so many clients who validate my skills each and every day. If something doesn't work out, I know that I'll test it on my clients first. I know how to get results for myself. Okay, I have a great social media presence myself. I'm a good marketer. I know how to get results for clients. I have so many clients that have made crores working with me. And on top of that, I know how to get results for my students. By the way, these three are very different things. There are so many people who get great results themselves, but they can't really teach what they do, who get great results for themselves, but they can't really replicate that for the brands they work with. And there are people who can do 2 of these, but maybe not 1. But I know that I'm good at all these 3, as good as a human person can be. So if you combine all of that, you get Freelance 101 Academy, which is open for enrollments, but don't rush into it. Please learn what you'll get. And only if it feels like the right decision, you can get in. If not, feel free to follow me online. I always share my lessons as freely as I can, but we are open for enrollments. There are 13 plus highly advanced modules, which are step-by-step guidance. We are breaking down complex concepts. There's action items in every lesson, and me and my team reviews every task of yours. We have regular masterclasses where we discuss specific topics like email marketing, copywriting, video editing, website designing, brand strategy, because these are little skills that you'll have to pay to learn everywhere, but this is one-stop upskilling for you. We also have amazing Indian and global experts. In fact, something that I'm going to announce right now is that there's this amazing book called The One-Page Marketing Plan. It's a very popular and cult classic book. And the writer of that book is taking a session for us on 5th of January to begin the new year. So that is going to be crazy. So this is a place where I plan to take India more global. So I arrange a lot of sessions with global and Indian experts. So this year itself, Jasmine, Dot Lung, Chase Demond, lots of amazing international creators in writing, copywriting, marketing, web designing have taken sessions, and you can access them. You can attend their sessions, you can speak to them, and you get networking opportunities with them. There are over 100 plus guidebooks, templates, and cheat sheets, of course, to make your life easier. And this is the only freelance academy where you learn from real freelancers and not coaches. Like, it's me and there's my team who are actually really freelancers. This is something that they do part-time, because the catch of this industry is that if you do not work day to day, you don't know the nitty-gritties. You actually get outdated very quickly. Okay. All the mentors of my academy are freelancers who are actively earning in lakhs. They are actually past students of mine who probably joined a couple of years back, and they are making money working with clients. Some of them are my common clients as well, in fact. And you get 100 plus weekly live classes with the mentors and me. Okay. I usually take the Friday sessions. Mentors usually take the Wednesday sessions. We are definitely excited to see you there. We also, apart from that, have started Sunday networking sessions where each Sunday, some of our top students who are making money take the session. Now, why we did this is because a lot of times we feel a little distant from you because we are freelancing for so long. Of course, our clients are very different. So when we have high quality students who just hit their first lakh, just hit their first 50K, they usually are much more relatable for the other students. So you can network with them in a closed community. This is one of the highest driven communities in India. We have big freelancers. Most of my friends, when they need to hire a freelancer, they come to me. So you can connect with all of them 24/7. You can post your queries and it will be answered. We have an amazing support team. Students are hiring amongst other students in this group because a lot of our students again become high income freelancers. Now they will hire you. So it's a beautiful community to make money. It's actually unlikely you will not make any money if you join this community because there's so much money that is being made by the ex-students as well and the alumni as well. And you can celebrate wins and connect with fellow bosses. Whoever hits their first 1 lakh, first 50K, they always post about it. And we have a very nice community. In fact, this is also a post I wanted to share where Polomi kind of did an audit on Ankur Wariku and she got his eye and they implemented the changes. Now imagine she can put Ankur Wariku in her portfolio because he implemented something that she did for him. So whatever wins our students have, you can actually actively network with them and see what's working for them. There are 13 modules, so a little bit of in-depth guide into that. First module is the basics of freelancing, how to identify the skills to go for, how to plan 6-figure months. Module 2 is building a portfolio, 10 important factors of a high income portfolio. I discussed a few with you today, but there's so many more. And pricing strategies. Module 3, which is basically all about social media, how to get clients using social media and optimizing majority of your platforms. Module 4 is Facebook. By the way, the batch starts in Jan 1. You will get access within the next week. The first batch of 2024 starts on Jan 1. So if you join in the first month, I'll be discussing these modules with you every week in depth as well. There's self-paced content, but also the live sessions with me. Module 5 to 8 talks about specific platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and cold emailing. You can get so many clients, so many strategies that you can implement for each and every platform. Module 9 to 12 is more about networking, how to do strategy sessions once a client actually says they want to talk to you, how to convert them. You'll also get to see some of my international client calls and how I converted them because that will make it easier. And these are a little bit earlier. So you can see how even if you're underconfident like I was, you can still do it. How to make proposals that lead to conversions. What kind of templates that you can actually copy, paste for yourself. And of course, how to onboard clients like a pro. And last module is all about my favorite tools, hacks, and everything that I feel will make your life easier as a freelancer. There's no one that's going to be as committed to your growth as us. We usually maintain Excel sheets. We constantly do reviews. We always maintain files with your progress because we know that the more successful you are, the more better word of mouth for ourselves. We don't invest in any ads. Entire student community runs organically because of the good work. So please be sure that your success becomes our problem because if you're not successful, you're of course going to not be happy with me. Okay. So we are totally committed to each and every one of you. And not only this, if you're a top performer making multiple lakhs, you get the chance to have one-on-one calls with me as well. You become a friend to me after a certain point, actually, because I know all my students, especially the top students, by their names and actually what they're doing all the time anyway. 100% guaranteed results within 60 days, or you can claim a refund, but you'll have to show that you actually implemented everything. This is the best community that you can join because if you want to be a high income freelancer in 2024, if freelancing is just something you're just checking out, it's not for you. But if this is a priority, if you feel like you can make good money as a freelancer, this is the community you should join. The first 10 to enroll today will get a one-on-one call with me, but then that should not be the reason that you join. Okay. The investment for this with a 1-year access is about 20,997. However, we always make sure that you are serious enough to take the leap, and we give a very good discount on the product despite the huge value that comes with all the sessions we arrange, all the classes we take, all the bandwidth we make sure is available of all our mentors. So there's not just a 10, 20 or a 45% discount. There's a 10,000 discount, and on top of that, the only thing that I think I will not do again is lifetime access for the attendees. So every member renews their access at the end of the year. But if you are a masterclass attendee today, the link will be dropped in the chat right now. And if you enroll during the session until the Q&A, you will get lifetime access. Beyond that, you will get 1 year access as everyone else gets at a simple price of 10,997. This is our usual MRP anyway. Also, if you are serious about becoming a freelancer and you want to do this long term, a lifetime membership is the way to go, because most our OG students are still renewing their memberships. And this has been going on for 2 years now. Okay. The first 50 will also get a automated discount, which is basically the page will show 10,000 instead of 11,000. But that is only for the first 50 buyers. So I'm not putting that on any of the slides. And I can promise you that if you decide to join this community, the ROI will be at least 20 times, if not more. You can take the call based on your experience. You can take the call based on your research. You can take the call based on the session so far today. But I promise you the lifetime membership is not something that I will repeat again. And on top of that, we have something special for the masterclass attendees. If you join today, and if you have been an attendee, and even if you join tomorrow, by the way, no hurry about that, you will get all of these bonuses. You will get these guides. These are more in-depth guides, more in-depth manuals on specific topics that you might face or need as a freelancer. There's pricing strategy, there's content style guides, there's action plans. This is only for the first 100 students or for all the students who join from the masterclass, whichever is the lesser number. I hope that you like them. Each workbook is made specially for you. And the official batch will begin on 1st of January. So if you're in, I will say hello to you on 1st of January. I will also ask my team to send me the name of the first 5 or the first 10 who will get the one-on-one call quickly, because then I will announce that and move on to the Q&A session. And don't forget to fill up the feedback form, which will be sent after the session ends via mail, in case you want the goal planner and all the other bonuses I promised you. Everything that I promised you, you will get no matter what. You don't necessarily need to get in. But I know that if you get in Freelance 101, you're going to love what I have in store for you from 1st of January. We already have 150 people who have joined the next year's batch. So we are starting to give access to them. But I'm excited to see how many more of you join in today. And of course, say hello to me if you are joining in. Okay, now I will be move on. No, Shiv Kumar, you are already a part of the academy, so you don't need to do anything right now. You are a part of it. Okay, now let's do the Q&A. If you have any questions, I will answer your questions. By the way, my team can interrupt me if there's something that is needed. Can I show the guest? I can send the guest outreach templates as a PDF after the session. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually have taken screenshots, so they will probably post as well. Welcome, Kanwai. I'll let you know if you're in the first top 5 or the top 10. Please send it to me, Shomodeep.
10 people. I do think there are 5 people already in. The rest of the team is sending the names.
Tisha, you don't need to interrupt. It's fine. Once Shomo sends me, I'll tell. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, great question. What if we don't have testimonials for portfolio? Then you don't need to add testimonials. Can you take some screenshots of someone saying that your content looks really good? If you're a content marketer, that will work. If your website before and after is looking really good and somebody is saying that, oh, wow, this really shows that your website designing skills are through the roof now. So anything that is a positive comment also works. Okay. In the beginning, you will not have any testimonials. It's fine. Everyone's like that in the beginning. What kind of, sorry, I lost the question. Okay, I see a lot of questions, so I'll have to slow it down because so many questions. Is LinkedIn ghostwriting a growing field? Yes, somewhat, I would say. Somewhat. I wouldn't say that it should be your go-to niche sitting in 2024, but it's definitely something you can start with if you're thinking of expanding later. Best way / platform to find or approach client. Best way or platform will depend on what kind of services you're offering and also what kind of kind of clientele you have. Okay. So for example, if your clientele is professional people, you would probably meet them more on LinkedIn. If your clientele is more casual or chill people, you're probably going to meet them more on Instagram or Facebook. A lot of my clients I got initially from Facebook because there used to be these groups, you see, and I really, really loved hanging out there. So there's some really, really interesting groups. Let me actually check it out and see. Let me actually just check it out and see if I can show you some immediately. But for me, the coaches and consultant based groups used to be like really, really good. Yeah, so you can check out these groups. Like Boss Moms was one that used to give me really, really good clients. So you can check that out. I'm not sure how that group is today, though. But for me, I got really a lot of clients there. ClickFunnels was a group where I got a crap ton of clients. There are groups called Coaches, Consultants, Six-Figure Coaches and Consultants. So there also I used to get a lot of very high quality prospects and leads. So you can check that out. I'll keep checking. Is it better to join a job than freelancing? It's nothing like that. It depends on what you do, actually. Nothing is better than the other or not. I can only talk about freelancing because that's what I've done my whole life. And it's paid me really well. So I love it. Can you tell about the checklist and statistics bonus point again? Yeah, wait a second then. Let me tell you a little bit in details then, okay? What you can do is you can go to Canva and you can search for any terms that you personally feel would reflect on your work very well. Okay. So, for example, let's say you want to search social media roadmap. And this is a nice graphic that Canva itself will suggest you. So you can edit this according to your work, and then you can show this to your client that, see, this is how I work. This is my process roadmap. So you can use Canva and search the right terms, and you'll come up with a lot of examples, a lot of templates. Okay. You don't need to start from scratch necessarily. Okay. So that is a good thing. Brainstorming. You can also like make such things, and when you're getting on a client call, you can actually pitch the client that way. That, hey, let's brainstorm together. If you can brainstorm with a client on a call, they will really, really love it. All right, I just got the first 5 names: Avinash, Rajesh, Anu, Kanwai, Tapsi. Shomadev will be reaching out to you guys to schedule the one-on-one call. Okay, I'm assuming the first 10 is already taken, but I've not gotten the names yet. So I'll let you guys know once I get that. But congrats, I'm looking forward to you. And if you're getting in, let me know, tag me. You'll get a welcome kit the moment you get in. So please make sure that you've gotten that. Otherwise, you'll not get the details. Yes, Mitra, you can join in 2024. How should you price their services? I can show you something nice if you want. So these are the pricing models that you can look at. Now, this is from my 10x masterclass, so I'll not go too much in depth in here. But these are the pricing models that you can look at. You can look at hourly model, you can look at monthly model, you can look at project-based models. Hourly is where you have a base price, then the client buys hours of your time and they pay you based on that. Monthly is when you have a set monthly price. Like there's some clients that we have monthly prices for, and then on top of that we do a project for them, so their monthly recurring is only, let's say, 1 lakh, 1.2 lakhs per month, but their project price, let's say we're doing the website for them too, so the first month we're making 3 or 4 lakhs from the same client, and then it becomes recurring. I really like those clients because the work is not hectic every month, but the work begins with a lot of boost, so I really love it. Welcome to the Academy, Sandhya. Welcome, Dinesh. By the way, I'll really, really look forward to you. But we are doing a session on 2nd of January to start the classes. On 5th, we have a guest expert coming. Are there any students doing Facebook ads? Yes, we have a mentor. So, by the way, we have mentors for everything. So, there are specific mentors for social media, there's specific mentors for content, there's specific mentors for Google Ads. So, I don't do everything, of course. So, there are experts who are making good money in that niche who will be mentoring you or who will be answering your questions. So, yeah, it's not just me because, of course, I don't know everything. I've gotten the best of the best. But more about that when I orient you within the academy. Can I? So, but I hope that this helps. Please take a screenshot if you want. Yes, Mahesh, it's okay. UI UX. Actually, one of my goals in 2024 is to learn UI UX. So maybe I can be a co-student with you because I have heard this a lot that my design skills are nice. And I feel like that is not something I've explored a lot. So I'll do that. Someone who is just starting in content creation and marketing strategy, be very good at headlines. Like, please use this exercise. You will love it, and it's going to really change the quality of your content, quality of your writing. Also, if you can check out this website, Sean Vossler. I hope that this opens. Otherwise, it will be a big bummer. But you can check his website because he has some really good copywriting formulas here. Let me see. It was on one of his sites. I think it was the other one then. Yeah, this one, found it. So this is the very good copywriting collection. Even if you're a marketer, even if you're a web designer, this is something that you can learn. By the way, this website flows sideways and not vertically. So it's always a big problem for me to understand that. But he has some really, really good formulas and I really like them. By the way, he has a book where I found them. This is just from the website. The book is even better. Okay, Poonam, firstly, welcome. And I'm sorry if you've not gotten the welcome kit. Since a lot of you are getting in right now, sometimes the automation takes a little bit of time. So give it half an hour. If you still don't get it, you can connect with Shomodeep on mail or via his phone number. A phone number will be given when we are messaging you with the details of the feedback form. So you can check it out. Have you worked on Upwork and Fiverr? Upwork and Fiverr is not a platform that a professional freelancer from India should work on because they take a 20% of your income. On top of that, the issue I feel Upwork and Fiverr has is that if you are somebody who is GST registered, you also again have to pay GST. And then Indian taxes are already quite good, high. Okay. So that I feel becomes a problem. 29% of Fiverr. That's quite high. Oh, wow, Anaida, that's such a nice compliment that you just gave me. Such a nice compliment. Thank you so, so, so much. Oh, by the way, Wasabi, I just saw you today. That's so nice. No sites, Harishankar. There's no website that I will recommend a freelancer to work on. Clients should be coming to you. Clients should be approaching you. YT scripts are definitely in demand. If you're a script writer, please approach Ishan. He's having a hard time finding a good script writer. I was looking helping him hire from my academy itself. But if you're a good script writer, if you are a good video script writer, video editor, please do. How can I forget you, Wasavi? You got me Jhalmuri. How will I forget you? So I met Wasavi in Bangalore and I had a quick look at some puffed rice and she immediately bought it for me. So that's why I remember. Absolutely, Rati. Everyone picks a different route, and it's our job to do that, right? So, if you one thing that I want all of you is to sit in isolation and think, is this what I really want? Because if you talk to me, you will feel like marketing is the next big thing. You'll feel like marketing is the best. There's nothing wrong that can ever happen in the field of marketing, and that's because I'm very good at it. So I'll convince you. But if you talk to someone who does Facebook ads, they'll convince you that organic marketing is dead. They'll convince you that Facebook ads is the way to go. Similarly, if you talk to a copywriter, they'll convince you that copywriting is the best thing in the world. So everybody talks by filtering with their experience. The lens of their experience is the filter. So it's pretty normal. So don't think that it feels like everybody is doing a different thing. Everybody is doing a different thing correctly or successfully. That is important. Can you do it? Yes. But don't take a decision because you feel like someone else is successful. Take the decision because you personally feel you'll be successful. So, for example, I started as a content writer, but I was a pathetic writer. I was a pathetic writer. But the only reason I was doing content writing is that I felt like, अरे बाप रे, लिखने के ही पैसे मिल जाते हैं, सोचना भी नहीं पड़ेगा. That was such a wrong mindset, by the way. That was such a wrong mindset in the beginning. So I had made a mistake. Only because I was thinking others are making money, so I'll also make money. I made most money working as a marketer because I genuinely enjoy marketing. I genuinely enjoy making content. I genuinely enjoy stories. I genuinely enjoy this industry. So maybe you enjoy web designing, maybe you enjoy video editing, maybe you enjoy something else. But you need to be doing something you enjoy, and money will come. Lots of money is there, okay, in the world. But you need to pick something that you will be able to do because even if copywriting is a high-paying field, I would have, sorry, even if content writing and copywriting is a high paying field, I would have probably never been a well paid content writer or copywriter if I was prioritizing that because I don't care about grammar. I care about feelings. So that's not a good trait for a content writer. Okay. So either I'll have to change that or be better. So it depends. Would you be helpful if you don't have appropriate skills? You will polish your skills while working with us. You will polish your skills as you go through the modules. Ishan Sharma, please find his email ID on LinkedIn or approach him on LinkedIn DM itself. How good is it to choose social media management? It's very good. Future is also looking good only. Okay. But there needs to be changes. You need to you need to be knowing how to use AI to facilitate your work. By the way, can I get the first 10 names, guys, please? Or oh, I think you guys have sent me already. Okay, okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Uh Avinash, Rajesh, Anuradha, Satya, Jasmine, Mahesh, Tapsi, Kanwal, Poonam, and Shusri. You are the first 10. Followed by the next 20. I'll let you guys in on a special session we are doing on 29th. We are not doing that for the other students. But Raghavendra, Kiran, Hina, Soresh, Niveen. This Excel, actually, I can't see the whole thing. Nivin, Krishnan, Dinesh, Lakshmi, welcome. And yeah, I think I can get a extra. No, sorry, this is not available in Pakistan because Pakistan freelancing is very different, by the way, Huma. But you can connect with my team if you really want to. But a few things will be different for Pakistanis than Indians. So this is an Indian academy. Dinesh, Lakshmi, Aripa, Shivani, Sonali, Nice Win, Arpita, Preeti, we'll send you a special invite for something we're doing on 29th. But in that case, since it's for this year's batch, please be sure that you would study a little bit before coming in. Okay. So we can do something extra for the ones who got in today. Okay. Any more questions? Any good questions? Any interesting questions that someone can give me? Because I really enjoy answering your questions. I'm always looking for freelancers and interns, so you can pitch to me. It's I saw a few messages, so yeah, you can do that. I'm always looking for good freelancers and interns. Good question, Himani. Is it necessary to know everything and I should be perfect in the service as a beginner? And if not, then do I do the first time pitch? Very, very good question. Very good question. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When you start working out, do you lift very heavy weights from day one? No, right? So similarly, when you start freelancing, you cannot become the most amazing. Okay. I have been freelancing for 8 years and I still feel like I'm so mediocre. I still feel like I'm the worst sometimes. And that is a pretty normal feeling. The motto is to do it regardless. Do it regardless. Okay. By the way, since my screen sharing is off, I can see more of you now. So can I see more videos on and can I see more smiles? Because my God, Vidya, I look like I have killed your mood today. Why so serious? Why so serious? Garima, is this the same Garima I know? But even if I don't, hi. I've spoken to a few of you online, I guess. How is the future for the skincare industry? What do you think? What do you think? मैंने पीछे रखा हुआ है. I have never put any skin thing in my skin on my skin for the last 24 years, and now people have started telling me that I'm getting older and I need to do it. So skincare का industry काफी है, क्योंकि this is one industry where you as a marketer or you as a website designer, whatever you do, you don't need to do the convincing. घर वाले ही convincing कर देंगे, and then you have to convince why you're the best. But there are a few skincare brands I genuinely really like. How many hours do you work daily? Depends on the day, depends on the month. This December is very hectic because the years are ending, so there's a lot of client work. We have a few strategies we want to implement next year as well, and also the academy work is also more hectic in the end of the year and beginning of the year. So that's a little more hectic, but otherwise I have a very good work-life balance in general. So proud of that. Best niches in copywriting, edtech, where you need long form pages, because that is where people are writing a lot. Akshay, you can expect to make money as a freelancer if you're just starting off. First, money within 30 days max, but very good money within 3 months. Okay, that's a good goal. This is a doable goal. Can I book a consultation call with you? I charge 17,700 for an hour of consultation. And yes, you can book that. But I don't recommend booking that unless you have a business that makes at least a few lakhs a month. By the way, this is something that is on a side note. Usually most my clients come from my consultation. So that's why I have priced my consultations very highly, because then they are very qualified people who have a set business. So they also hire my agency where we charge at least 50,000 to 60,000 per client. So it becomes easier to. Tanvi, you chose skincare. Okay, nice. Very good. What is the best client feedback you've ever had? I think it's when they send gifts. Okay, it's really nice because that is something so small, but then something that means so much beyond the income that we get from them. The income is good, of course, but then when they send flowers or gifts, then it feels really good. Should I scale content writing or diversify early? Shit, this is something Megha can answer better, who is a mentor within the academy, because content writing is what she does. And she's amazing at it. Shimika actually was one of my earliest students, and then today she's earning in the range of 1 CR plus per year as a content writer, and she has her own agency now. So even if you're a content writer, you want to work, you can actually pitch to her. Even if you're not a part of the academy, you can connect with her. How to create brand marketing strategies? Are there any formulas? Well, there's a lot of lessons you can learn from very good quality books. You can read this book if you want. It's a very good one. It's called Unconscious Branding. So this one you can read. Also, one book that has personally changed my life or the way I do marketing and sales is The Neuroscience of Selling. So you can really like that. Oh, wow. That's nice. Kalakshi was in this session today, and she's a dog trainer, and she loved the session. So I don't know how this session is relevant for dog training, but then good. And then please give me some advice, because my dog, she's the most beautiful dog in the world, but there are times where she definitely makes it very hard. She doesn't want to go out. She doesn't like walking outside. She's very scared of traffic. So that is something I always struggle with her. Also, you can read these books as well. Seth Godin books. So good, they can't ignore you. This is a very good one if you want to improve your skills. Purple Cow, if you want to stand out in a crowded market, it's very good. There's Tribes. If you want to build audiences, be it for yourself or be it for clients, this is also a very, very good book. Okay. So yeah, don't ask me for book recommendations. मैं तो पूरा यहीं पे चली जाऊंगी फिर. All marketers are liars, cross sells, tell stories. This is also a very, very good one. I got a pirated copy, I think, actually, but it's fine. But yeah, you can check these books. Copywriter, which copywriter? Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you loved it. We'll share the feedback link in a bit. I'll do that for you, Maya. Don't worry. Please connect with my team if you have any other questions later. You can also text them personally while the session is going on. But even beyond that, you can mail back and my team can get back to you. I'm looking for interesting questions. So can I see some interesting questions? No, you don't need to make any other investment once you're in the academy. You can get Canva, InShot, and all those things if you really want, but there's no other investment required at all. There's no upsell also. This is the only product I have. Video portfolio, no, not necessarily. It depends on what your work is. Portfolio is usually a text document or a website. How to provide the best service to clients? Be very communicative. Make sure that you're always giving them a good time. Make sure that you are always giving them something extra that others are not giving them. And that itself is going to really, really help you kind of stand out from the rest of the market. Let me see if I have some more interesting questions. How to build a lead magnet? Wow, that is a detailed question. Now, I don't know where that question came from, but let me see if I can find something here. This is actually one of my another sessions. I take a lot of sessions, so I have like very good in-depth materials always ready. But yeah, lead magnets are stuff where you kind of send them across to prospects and they hire you or they become a lead for you, and then you can pitch your service to them. So you can build lead magnets like free ebooks. Can't really go in depth into this because this was actually a part of a 3-hour class, but it can be free ebooks, free guides, free courses that you can build for prospects, challenges that you can build for them, assessments that you do for them. I recently saw this nice assessment on Amaha, which is a mental health website. worksheets. Okay, these can be some lead magnets that you send across to clients. And in fact, like I got one of my clients through sending a lead magnet like this, where I sent a Notion board with some details. So that was really, really good. You can also build swipe files. Like yesterday, I was taking a session and I was talking about this very nice swipe file I came across. Let me see if I can quickly find it again. By the way, what is a swipe file? Swipe file is where people keep a certain kind of work saved. Okay. So if you're a copywriter, you'll collect a lot of swipes of copy pieces that you take inspiration from. So if you are a Twitter ghostwriter, you will build your own swipe file. So this is one really nice swipe file I found the other day. It takes a little bit of time to load, but see, this guy has kept it all so nicely, so nice, good for inspiration. So you can swipe other people's swipe file in the beginning, but then you would build your own. Whatever your service, you should have a swipe file in that area. And that swipe file itself also becomes a lead magnet, by the way. This guy, so the way he gets freelance clients is that he has this swipe file. He asks people to get it. And then if you want to work with him, you can connect with him here. Okay, so this is what a lead magnet ideally is. So yeah, hopefully that example shows you. But a good question. It made me think and go to other places. How to tackle, by the way, Hardik, I will have to kick you out if you send the same question again and again. I'll read it just a second. How to be confident while meeting with a client? If you are an introvert and that is the problem, you have to wing it anyway. If you're not feeling confident because you've not done it before, remind yourself that there's always a first time. And three, one thing I personally like to do is that I have a result swipe file, okay, of my clients. So that whenever somebody makes me feel like I'm not good enough, or whenever a client says that I don't think I can trust you, I see that and I remind myself that that's not true. Because otherwise, it's very easy to accept that and think that, okay, maybe I'm really not good enough. But usually that's not true. By the way, Hardik, that's an agency-based question, and that's not my expertise. I'm a freelancer primarily. How much can I charge as a beginner, intermediate, professional? You can check out Fiverr and their average rates for that if you want. But it is so subjective, I can't really tell you. But you can start at a certain rate. It can be 2,000, 3,000 per video, and then you can raise that based on the response of your clients. How to get international clients? All these strategies are for getting international clients as well. What's the difference between an agency and a freelancer? Freelancers usually work solo. Agencies have a lot of people working for them. Freelancers usually can take 3 to 5 clients. Agencies can take as many as they want. They are usually like focused on scaling. Freelancers are like solo. They so I personally wanted to be a freelancer for the longest time. I still do somewhere, but I have been trying more with I've taken more clients than ever, working with a lot of them, but I also have a team that's now supporting me working for the clients. Okay, so that depends, but yeah, it's been good. It's been great. By the way, we are gonna take questions for 5 more minutes, and that's it. After that, we will send across the links, and you can uh, connect with us on LinkedIn. You can tag us if you like the session. I have done freelancing on and off from May to 2022 to May 2023. I'm an ex-student and I'll join now. I feel overwhelmed that I didn't stay consistent in my journey. See, it's perfectly fine, especially a lot of freelancers go through this. I don't know your reason, but even I have quit freelancing for a little while when I was going through my exams. And it definitely becomes harder to restart because you feel like, okay, I have to do all of that all over again. But it's worth restarting because you actually get results faster than the average person who's just starting now. So you're already ahead. So don't worry, don't overthink. Hopefully, I'll see you inside from 1st of Jan. Content writing is a good field for sure. I will not know exactly if it's a good field for you or not without knowing you in person, though. Is it important to learn a skill? Yes, of course. Is it necessary to be a public face? No, 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 no. It's not necessary to be a public face. Okay, there's a lot of people who do not have a public account and they are still making very good money. So, no, not necessarily. Meetups. So we've done meetups in Bangalore, Delhi, Kolkata. We'll definitely do more meetups in all metro cities. Bombay hi baki reh gaya hai. So we'll do that. We really love meeting you guys in person because that's when I get to see you guys. Online is good, great. I love working online. Meetups are also fun. Markets, I think I already discussed all the 5 high paying client types. Why don't I start my own agency? Because it takes at least a couple of years to set it up very, very nicely, and you have to focus only on that. I don't think I was ready for that, at least, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to learn from the. I have the best of best friends who are agency owners, so they are teaching me a lot of things. So I'm gonna look forward to that. Also, 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs as a freelancer is great, and 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs as an agency owner is not good. So that is also a big shift that happens in your life. Would love to do that in Mumbai. Maybe I can do something in Goa also later on this year if there are people from Goa attending because I'll be in Goa. We don't have any other group. We have only the Facebook group. And then beyond that, you can connect with people anywhere you want. No, nothing like that. There are many agency owners who make less money than freelancers. Is relationship a good niche? Yeah, it is. In the international market, it's a big deal. But Indian market mein nahi hai. International market where there's the wildest courses about relationship. There's the wildest products that are related to relationships. So, I mean, recently this thing became very popular. No, there was this chocolate which became really popular. I don't even want to talk about it, but yeah, the international market relationships are crazy, and they market the craziest things in the world of relationships. There is someone called Prem Kumar in this room who has given me too much Prem in this entire session. I'm gonna put this person away and kick them out. Absolutely. If you have not worked with your first client yet, Freelance 101 Academy does help you in doing that. How many simultaneous retainer clients do you think a freelancer can handle? Depends on the niche. In some industry, like website designers and all, they spend days building a website, weeks building a website. So not more than 1 or 2 usually. But if you're a social media manager, you can handle even 5 clients a month. What to do when a client asks too much? You have to set boundaries with clients. You have to set boundaries with clients from day one. A good onboarding formula usually helps there. If you can set very good onboarding guidelines, that would be good. Any other good questions? Any other interesting questions that I'll have an interesting time answering? By the way, a lot of you are sending your questions in 3 segments. And the thing is, by the time your 3 segments are coming, there's 5 questions in between. So I'm not able to read half of the questions. And half of these questions are also very vague. Kanchan, what do you mean by what we need to start as a freelancer? Puja part to nahi bolungi. To start working as a freelancer. Which industry is good for branding designers? Product based industries, because for them, branding and packaging is, of course, very important. Product based businesses, hands down. What freelancing services can be done from phone? Writing based, a lot of things, social media based, a lot of things. I've personally done from phone only initially, actually. I was talking about tabs. Who is it that got it? Mukul. Yeah, I was talking about tabs. Do freelancers have work life balance? Yeah, yeah, we do. It depends on you. Do you do you think that there's a reward for freelancing other than high income? Great network, great friends. The quality of friends is very different from uh, the quality of friends you'll have if you are doing a job or you're probably doing like something more traditional. Because these people, they're very hardworking and they are always learning, or they push you a lot. They push you like anything. It's very challenging. Like, a lot of people don't understand this, but when all your friends are making in crores, you have to be there. You have to be. There's no other option for you, because the circle is only like that. So you have to constantly prove yourself to them. So for my industry, it's like it's the bare minimum. A lot of people think that it's high income, but when I think that I make a crore, I feel like I'm poor, because at this point I think that, because most my friends are of that caliber that they're making even more than me. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. If you don't get this circle unless you work very hard and you are of value, because of course you'll be invited to tables where you bring value. All right. By the way, 3 more minutes and that's it. If you are a part of the session and you have decided to get in the academy, welcome and happy lifetime access to you. Okay. I hope that you enjoy the academy. I hope that you join in the classes. Also, even if you are not a part of the top 10, there's a special session invite that I'm going to give to all of you, only for those of you who are joining in right now today. So please be waiting for that. We'll send the feedback link, okay, just in a bit, okay, and the mail as well. But thank you so much for joining in today. Please do post about your favorite takeaways. Please do connect with me. Please make sure that you are actually putting everything to use, and I will look forward to getting you guys in and taking sessions with you guys. You will love it. If you love today's session, you're going to love what I have in store for you next year. But yeah, I'll see you soon. And yeah, let's make sure that 2024 is the biggest income year for you. And hopefully, I will be able to support you as much as you want there. Surbhi, hi, how are you? I just spotted you. How are you? Surbhi is an
I
ex
am good.
student. She's also an ex didi to nahi bol sakte, but like she knew me beginning of my career. Why are you here?
I just wanted to see you. It's been a while.
Oh, how are you doing? You were in Canada last I spoke to you.
Yeah, I'm still in Canada. I just came home from work, so the first thing I saw was I just opened up my laptop and I'm just like seeing that. So
Hey.
my video chat went off. I couldn't see comment anybody. So that was one of the biggest problem that I was having. I couldn't comment. I could just send personal DMs. That's all I could do.
Yeah, because sometimes we keep it off because there's a lot of spamming. That's all. But okay,
Oh
guys, so
yeah.
Vinay is like someone I have known like from the beginning of my career. So from the time I have no charged like 100 rupees per client to making lakhs, it's surprising to see you here. I'm also very embarrassed because of course किसी को बचपन का देखते हो तो थोड़ा शर्म आ जाता है. But thank you so
अरे
much.
बच्चे को बड़ा होते देख के अच्छा लगता है. It's good to see children growing.
Thank you. आप अच्छे हो?
I am so good. Everything is good out here. Now I have my own wedding consultancy. I have opened my event planning wedding consultancy. I work with the cancer NGOs. I do their social media marketing. So
Yeah,
the
so
on freelance
she's an
basis.
accomplished freelancer, by the way. Guys, please connect with her, okay? Take care. Okay. This is really, really heartwarming to see you here today.
Thank you so
I've
much.
seen you after
Yeah.
years, I think. So it's really nice.
Yes.
But she's known me for 8 years
Yes.
now.
Yeah. It's been 8 years. I've seen. I guess I know you since you were 15.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very
Oh my God.
embarrassing. Oh, yeah. That
No,
one
it's good
phase.
to see you grow. It's good to see you grow. That's
Thank you.
great.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very
Hats
happy to
off to
see you.
you.
Thank you so much. And guys, please connect with her. She's a very accomplished freelancer. She's doing great work. But yeah, like for me, to I call her Survi Didi because I've known her for a while. But it's really, really nice. But okay, this is like a flashback right now. But yeah, I've known her from the time that मैं 100 का 200 करूँ या नहीं. So I used to take tips from her. Should I make 100 or should I charge 200 or should I charge 500? So she's been a great guide to me as well. And yeah, it's been beautiful. So thank you. It's
Thank you so
mood ही
much.
change हो गया
Thank you so
पूरा.
much.
Thank you. And I hope that I'll see some of you within the academy. And the links have been shared, the mails will be shared, and the resources will also be shared. Thank you so much for
And
being.
you guys will get a lot of knowledge from her. Please do join it. And I was one of her student as well when I had like stopped freelancing for some time. And now, I mean, it's amazing. I'm learning every day. I'm learning something or the other, and I follow her every day, everything. Trust me, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys should follow her. That's it.
Yeah, this I mean this is not a part of the marketing session.
No, 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 no. It is
It's
not.
not a
It
part
was totally unplanned. Totally unplanned. I'm
totally
in my 90s,
unplanned. My
guys.
team
Come
must be
on.
like really shocked right now to see you here.
No, no, nothing as such. It's just that I always feel good to see you some all the time. And
Thank
seriously, what all I attended all your session today, and trust me, everything was so, I would say, thoughtful, and I could see you have done so much of research and amazing. Kudos to you and to your team.
Thank you so much. I'll connect with you today afterward. ठीक है?
Pakka,
We've not
done.
spoken in a very
I'm
long
awake
time.
till now.
So
Yeah, yeah, I'm awake till now.
your
It's my
time zone
morning.
is different, so you are gonna be awake only.
Yeah, मेरे 11 बजे नहीं मेरे 11 बज रहे हैं सुबह.
Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And yeah, guys, the
Thank
links
you so much.
have been shared.
For
Thank
sure.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Have a lovely day ahead, you, and good night to all of you. Please make
Yeah.
sure that you are getting in if you are a part of the academy. I would see you soon. Mails and everything will be sent. And yeah, hopefully everybody is feeling as excited for 2024 as I am. And please do share as many things as you can, screenshots, tags. I love checking how you are using my work because then I'll do more of that. Thank you so much and have a beautiful night. Bye bye.